Welcome to episode 72 of But There's More. I am your host, Astro, and here with me, I have some very good guys, man. To my left or my right, I have Cash. What's up, Cash?
Man, dude, that's crazy. 72. I remember when you was saying like 49.
Yeah,
Damn.
man.
That's
These
what's up.
episodes go by real slow.
Yeah. It's all good, man. Appreciate the invite. Appreciate being here. Finally made a Sunday again. So that's cool.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for being here. We also have H Stats in the house next to Cash. What's up, H Stats?
What's good, people?
You already know the minutes with a purpose, my man Buck.
What's up?
Okay, I won't say it again.
Nah,
And last but not least, a special guest, Mr. Eddie Mendez from Collecting Weekly. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Glad to catch a Sunday stream with Astro, and H Stats is my first time streaming with him, but I've been watching his reviews, and I think Buck is quickly becoming a legend. So
Buck been a legend, man. Buck been a legend.
I'm
Buck
heading
been-
out. I'm gonna do my things, and I'm gonna leave soon. Said I'm gonna go on hiatus.
damn,
That's what the legends do. That's what the legends do. Make you want more.
Oh,
Well,
man.
good, man. Glad everybody's doing good. Let's see. Let's actually intro the show here. All right, now that that's out of the way, now we can actually say what's up to the people. Shout out to Rick. Shout out to Dennis Perez saying what's up in the chat. My man Luke.
So
What's good, Luke? Ed is in the chat. What's good? J Rob. What's going on? What up from Detroit? We got Ant, Mr. XM himself in the chat. He said, what's good, people? Hope all is well. Love this awesome panel. So much flavor. 1000%. We got Terry. We got Terry in the house. What's good, Terry?
what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up?
And this is funny. Let's not mention the beating the Pats took. That beating was crazy. That's a pretty bad beating they took, man. I didn't think it was
Yes,
gonna be that bad.
weekend.
I'm
Round
not a
three.
Pats fan. I'm not a Pats fan, but I do support what's his name, the QB. I know his name.
Oh, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Yes, I always
Yeah.
I always don't know why I do that. Mac Jones, because I'm an Alabama fan, so yeah, I always support the Alabama quarterbacks. But I'm not a Patriots fan.
What was that score again? Like 40 what?
It's like 50-3 or something.
50.
It's not funny. Don't make me bring up MJ versus LeBron, Astro. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't do that, please. Be right back. Got to post this link to get more viewers in here, guys. Hit that like button. Oh yeah, please,
Bless up.
please. Thank you, Ant. Thank you. That is wonderful. Yes, thank you. Good. How's everybody doing? Everybody's doing good.
Good, yeah.
pretty good,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
I feel like this week has been kind of slow. Is it just me or has it been slow? In collecting.
Slow.
Yeah,
I feel like I
haven't
bought
seen-
too many things this week.
I think probably by next month it'll start ramping up. But for now it's like kind of like it's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
I will say that it's been kind of exciting for me personally because I got my Batman Labs in finally, and I'll show a few pictures of that here in a little bit. But finally got him in. I know I'm like probably like the last person to get him, but it is what it is. But my batch finally got sent out, and I love him, man. I think he's everything that I expected him to be. I don't know. It's a wonderful piece. I'm happy for everybody who got him, honestly.
Yeah. Did you not You said it's everything you expected it to be. Did you not expect as much since you do have the Prime Ones version? So expectations didn't need to be as high.
No, I still had high expectations because it was sculpted by Raf Corsetti.
Hmm.
But whenever it first shipped, everybody was talking about the base and how
Yeah.
oh, the paint job on base is really bad, blah blah blah. And I did take some time to look at the base, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like it wasn't like I don't think it's like
What
I don't
is the
think it was bad.
base?
I don't think it
Is
was as
it?
bad as people thought it was gonna be.
You talking about the sideshow?
The
Batman Live?
sideshow Batman
Yeah.
Live, yeah.
Nah, man. I saw the pictures to that base, man. That base is fire.
Is
Yeah.
it oil or blood?
It's blood. It's
Okay.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
It's like,
supposed to be blood.
and it's like stained. You know.
And I'll say this too: the colors that I be seeing online, like the colors in person, look different. Like it looked more of an orange, like the blood looked more of an orange in the pictures online, but in hand it looks more red, it looks more full. Um, and so yeah, it's really dope. Hold on, as a matter of fact, um, if y'all give me like I don't have that many pictures today, but if y'all
It's
give
all
me just a
good.
second, I'll pull them up. We just gonna kick it today. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see. I close this out. Something I'm working on. Y'all not ready for that video yet. Let's see. All right, here we
Yeah.
go. All right, here we go. So, luckily, and shout out to Keesis. What's going on, Keesis? Luckily, guys, I was able to fit them in the Magic case with the Prime One Batman Who Laughs, and so it works out. You know what I'm saying? I think it looks good together.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this though: if I got to give a critique about this piece, I wish the visor piece was more of like that metal texture, like from Prime One. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's more of a rustic look. I would probably just want it to be a little bit more of a.
Would you want everything to be like that then? The chains and the buckles and everything as well? Because like on this one they all match as well as like the Prime one. They're all that metal look.
Agree. Yeah, I would want it all to match. But I will say this: they all work together. Like this is totally fine because they match and it looks good. Everything's good. But if I were to change on one thing about it, that would be what I changed to make it more of a metal. But otherwise, I think it's fine.
And you got two swipeable heads, right? Because
Yes,
okay. And this is your favorite one right there on the sideshow.
yes, yep.
The
Um,
Batman's laughing.
yeah, yeah. It looks more menacing to me. It looks more maniacal. Looks like he just pulled off whatever he was trying to pull off, right? Whatever evil plan he just had, he just got it done, right? He just killed Batman. He just did whatever he was trying to do, um, poison the people of Gotham, whatever he was trying to do, he just did it, and so he's turned up. You know what I'm saying?
And
Um,
since you
trying
have
to
both, I like how you have both expressions. Like if you have the Prime one smiling, so it's cool to have the other one laughing. Like you got two different looks here.
and dude, I will say that one of the highlights of this piece was his actual mouth, like his teeth and his like all that in his mouth area
Mm-hmm.
is done really well. Like his teeth look freaking gross.
I want to ask you a question, right? So, like, you see how you got this set up with the quarter scale in front and the third scale at the back?
Mm-hmm.
Right off the bat, I just assumed that you prefer the Prime One. Like, it's an amazing piece.
Mm-hmm.
Is it set up like this, like out of circumstance, or you want it to be like this? Because someone might say that the sideshow is taking the highlight in the display, with it being like up front like this. But then again, I can't see it in person.
Right. Um, it's more so circumstance right now, because I'm trying to save space and condense as much as
Yeah.
possible. So that's why I put them in that case. But ideally, whenever I get my new spot and I can really set it up the way I want to set it up, you know what I'm saying? I'll have Batman Who Laughs probably by himself. If let's assume that Sideshow doesn't continue the line, the Dark Knight's Metal line. Assume they don't. Batman Who Laughs would probably be by himself, probably like on a pedestal or something with lights and all that, right? And Batman Who Laughs will be with all the other Dark Knight's Metal people, Red Death, Dawnbreaker, all those people, right? And so, it'll be separate. So, but for now, it's kind of just how I got to do it to kind of make room for everything that's coming in.
Yeah. I guess final question too is you see how they have like different color schemes?
Mm-hmm.
Like one is like muted and it feels like gray and like evokes that like death like like aesthetic, the mood.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is more vibrant with a lot more colors. And just in that like aspect alone, which do you prefer?
If I'm being honest, I think I prefer the Prime One muted colors. But I will say this: when I first saw XM do their Batman Who Laughs, and his skin was very white, and it was very that type of color. I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I don't know if it was because I was just so accustomed to the Prime One and how his skin was like a gray, and it looked like he was sick. You know what I mean? But the white, it didn't work for me. The only time I really came around to the white is whenever Sideshow did this one, and I said, okay, they did it much better, and it looks. I'm okay with this because if you look at you'll see in the video, but his hands, they have veins. Like you can see the veins in his hands. Like they have like highlights and stuff of his veins. His mouth is not just straight white, like he has the red and it's like it's
Like
layers
purple
to the
and other
white.
colors in there.
Right. There's layers to it in his skin. And so it looks way better. And so I'm totally fine with this. But initially I didn't like it. Great questions. I will say that a couple things that people aren't really highlighting. That cape is kind of hard to put on because you got to do it at a certain angle. You got to do it at a certain angle, and people aren't really talking about it. And so
Which cape is this?
the Sideshow cape. This one right here, that's kind of behind him. This one right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we're gonna take a brief intermission to introduce our latest guest. Drum roll. Mr. Mario was good. Oh, you're
He's
muted. Hold on, let me see. It says you're not muted, Mario, but I can't.
You're muted on your mic.
It says first time streaming, guys.
Boom, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Sorry. Full rookie going on here, man. No, thanks for having me on, Astro. Really appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
And bro, you honor me with the drum roll. That's awesome. Not needed, but that was cool, man. Thanks. How's everyone doing tonight, man?
Good.
What's up,
Good.
panel? Cool.
He wanted to say mic check 1 2, but
I actually was. I had to check my dots, bro. Just make sure I'm not coming in hot. You know, Cash.
For sure.
Is that the legendary Darth Vader that everybody's talking about? The Mythos?
No, he just has it
Far,
posed that way.
far from it, my friend. That's the quarter scale Hot Toys you're looking at, bro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? It's the
Okay.
quarter scale Hot Toys?
Yeah, that's a quarter scale Hot Toys. Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about getting rid of it for a while, but I mean, after I don't know, I came up with a thought. Let me see if I can go and pose it like this. And after I did, I was like, "Son, bitch, it looks all right."
That's
So
hard. Yeah, it looked nice.
I'm holding on to it. Yeah, thanks, man. So yeah, man. I have the premium format one on order, and I'm considering the new Mythos. I'm just not 100% sold on it. You know, Eddie knows what's up, but I'm on the fence about it, but we'll see. I mean, Darth Vader's my all-time favorite, man. So it's kind of hard to say no, but at the same time, I don't know if that particular piece is for me.
So Eddie, you getting the Mythos Vader?
If I get one that's on Sideshow now, it'll be the PF. I prefer the PF over the new Mythos, only
Oh,
because
hmm
the new Mythos is a little stylized for me in the way the cape is sculpted.
hmm
That's the only thing I don't love about it, and I actually prefer the pose on the premium format, even though it's pretty basic Vader pose. I feel like that's the vibe I want a Vader piece to go for me.
hmm
But I also love the Iron Studios Darth Vader. So if I ever found
Yeah.
that would probably be the one that I picked up for a decent price.
That's fair. I mean, I will say that it's a couple decent Vaders out there, and I feel
Hmm.
like you really can't go wrong.
And I don't know if I want to go down the 1/5 line for Vader, just because all my other Star Wars pieces that I have or that I'm going to get are all going to be quarter scale.
Mhm.
So, it would kind of stand out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'd like everything to be uniform if I could.
Mhm.
Unless you have it on a separate shelf, man. You got one shelf of just the Mythos, and then the other one with the premium format or XM or whoever's coming out
Yeah,
with the Star Wars piece.
that's true.
I think that's what I'll be doing because I've got Revan and Malik coming in probably within the next couple months after I get done paying it off, and I've got two of the of the Mythos pieces, so I'm gonna have to separate them because you're right. The putting the different scales together is gonna kind of look kind of off a little bit for me, but we'll see what happens when they go.
How do you guys feel about the let's say if I were to display the premium format Darth Vader sideshow, then let's say the Ventress Mythos with the Darth Maul Mythos. So let's say, for example, I got Darth Vader in the middle, and I got
Hmm.
Ventress on the left, the Mythos Darth Maul on the right. How do you guys feel about that?
That's kind of what I was talking about because I have those same pieces, bro. You know what I mean? So that's why me personally, I'm talking about separating them. That's not to say they might not look good together. You just kind of have to set it up and just see for
Yeah, you're
yourself.
muted,
But
bro.
I was saying it might look good because of how big Vader is supposed to be. Vader's
Yeah.
supposed to be a huge guy anyway. So, and then if you have, maybe Vader in the back and they're forward or something, kind of mix the depth perception a little bit, it might work.
Because I'm kind of like a little
Are
bit on
you
the wagon a little bit. I
are
always
you
wanted some Star
peculiar
Wars
Oh
pieces.
shit!
to where it would bother you, like mentally, like because you would mentally know it's a different scale.
Yeah,
One of those people.
that's what I would
'Cause
have.
that's
that
me,
problem.
man.
Yeah,
That's me.
I think also on the perspective on which angle you're kind of viewing it from. So if you're looking at it like on a higher shelf, I don't think it's as prevalent. You know what I mean? So, but if you're looking directly
true.
at it, I think you would most definitely tell the difference, and it might be bothersome to some. So I think it's just a matter of perspective.
Is there a reason why nobody's got the Palpatine, the Sidious? Like,
Dude,
is that like not popular or something?
He's popular, but I
The
mean,
mixed media is kind of throwing everybody off.
yeah, I think that's what it is.
And it has the lowest ES too. It's still still there, man.
It's gonna
dude,
be funny, Cash. I think that one, because of the low ES, might become the next Mythos Vader in a sense, just because of the
right.
fact that no one's really onto it, no one really wants it. But by the time the thing sells out and it's more
Yeah.
appreciated throughout the community, then everyone's gonna want to go back to it, and that price is gonna skyrocket.
But it was one out on the Sideshow seconds for like the longest time ever. Like
Oh, for
Emperor
real?
Palpatine. Yeah, he was out there chilling because I was checking on a frequent basis.
I think I think the idea of that statue is what people love, but I don't think they pulled it off the best. There's a lot of things with it that just aren't top notch. Like, I understand they do mixed media, but I don't like that the robe is sculpted and then the outer cloak is mixed media because it offsets
Makes
each
no
other
sense.
in a bad way. Because
Mhm.
the highlight on the sculpted robe looks good, and then the mixed media cloak is so dark, and then the way they did the lightning effect in the hand, where they kind of have it glowing
Yeah.
around the hand, the paint doesn't look that well done. And so and then the pose, some people love it, some people hate it. I prefer Sidious in dynamic pose because we see him standing most of the time. You know, being like lurking or evil. You know, just kind of standing there having a presence. But I like seeing him in that kind of dynamicness. But I just think that one didn't come together well.
Yeah. One of the things too was kind of bugging me at first when it dropped was the head sculpt. So it just looked so like exaggerated with the teeth and with the expression. But someone pointed out, if go back and look at Sidious, and I was kind of sold after that because it did make sense. You know what I mean? He did make those kind of faces. It did actually kind of look like him in my opinion. But the thing is too is just like what to Eddie's point, that mixed media robe is just kind of throwing me off in a sense. But you know, to be honest, I could see myself getting it, but it's not really a priority.
But what is it about mixed media? I guess that some of us that don't like, because my Libra Mijo Joker, I was scared to get it at first because the jacket is sculpted, but it's actually really well done. What is it about the mixed media that some of us like don't really like?
It's not that I don't like it. I think it's it has its purpose in a specific situation. Like consider the Superman Hush, right? You got both versions. However, there's more detail that's actually done in the sculpted cape. You got more shading going on. It has more of a dynamic presence where the fabric one, to some it is a pain in the ass to try to bend it, just the way that you want it. But it's rather clean, isn't it? So you're not going to get, sometimes you're not going to get that same type of weathering and details that you would get in a sculpted cape, if that makes sense.
No, it does.
Yeah.
I saw, and that's a good. I'm glad you brought that up because I saw a fabric cape, Superman Hush, and the way this guy like set it up. I mean, it was just bad, and I'm like, that's exactly because I could change the cape around. Depending on like how he's coming down, the cape could be up. Play with it a little bit.
Yeah, and plus too, it allows you more room in the display, right? So say because that cape is huge, the sculpted one. So if you don't have like the space like in between, or the space in general for it, it allows you to kind of save a little bit of space as well, with the fabric cape.
That is true because it's more vertical versus that cape scoops over to the left a lot. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. And you could probably get that same look too out of the fabric one as well with the wire, but it just takes time, and not a lot of collectors that I've seen are willing to spend the time and effort to really make it look, as pristine as it can be.
Right.
But
I think it takes you out of the.
That's a fabric cape behind me.
Yeah, that one looks good. I think it takes you out of the statue element. Like when you have mixed media, I think statue collectors like a presence and like a detail and stuff in their pieces, and I think mixed media takes that away a little bit and kind of gives it a cheaper look. Sometimes it could be well done, and sometimes it's fine, but I just think sculpted usually has better detail and a better, like Mario said, more detail, more presence, and you can get more out of it.
Yeah.
And then you also got to think about like Mario. Look at that Vader behind you. That's a fabric cape, right?
It is. It's
I
all
think
100% fabric. Yeah.
That looks phenomenal to me, right? Now, I think when we're dealing with Superman, we're talking about Superman. I feel like it would be more appropriate to make his cape more of a sculpted cape. You know what I mean? Because it just, with Superman, I think it'll just look a little bit better with the sculpted cape, whether it's going straight down or if it's going to the left or right or whatever. But something like this, I don't think the sculpted cape is needed at all. I think that looks great.
Yeah, but like I said, also depending on the environment, what you're trying to capture in that in that display. Like in this case, if I wanted to go ahead and have some sort of effect as there was wind blowing, I could try to find a way to add a wire to this thing and just try to manipulate it as if it was blowing in the wind as well. But I mean, to me, it also looks pretty damn good by itself the way that it is right now, just draping the way that it does.
Right.
So yeah, there's advantages to both.
All right, guys, I'll pull the trigger just so you guys we can figure this out. I'll go ahead and buy it.
The Palpatine.
All right.
Yeah, no big deal.
Wow. You didn't step on that grenade. Huh?
Nice. Wait. Is this going to be your first Star Wars piece in your collection?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
serious, but I
Something wrong.
gotta hit up Dennis because Dennis might have a deal. So I think he knows somebody who might have a deal. So we'll see.
Interesting. All right. All right.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Rome, man. What's up, Rome?
Yeah, whatever. Bro.
It's good, Ron.
What's up, man?
Wow. Considering you haven't seen the entire saga yet, you've only seen Rogue One, bro. Unless you've seen A New Hope already. That I don't know.
Just
Yeah.
Rogue One and
Just
Boba
Rogue
Fett.
One, and you're already sold on that Sidious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I mean, I know the character from watching a little other like fan stuff, and like the
Sure.
character, man. It's all good.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
all good.
Cash, don't feel bad, man. You know, I didn't watch all of Star Wars till I got in college, man. So you ain't the only one. You know,
I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? Because Star Wars is one of those things that's always been around, and I just it's cool that you guys can watch it like later in life because it makes fans like me like more excited for you guys to watch it for the first time. I'm like so jealous that you get to experience it for the first time and curious about your thoughts.
well, you see the thing about it, I think I was just really young. Like I always saw Star Wars, always saw it. Even in my room, I had like Star Wars designs, but I just, wasn't really into it at that time. Like I had toys and stuff like that, but I wasn't really into the story until I actually watched it, and then time moves fast,
Yeah.
so it's like when I caught it I was like, man, I was hooked right away, when I had the time to watch it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Nice. So you see what I'm saying here, Astro? I mean, if you look at those photos, look how the inner robes kind of stand out a lot, with the gray wash in the details, in which the outside cloak is just completely black and it loses, any detail that might be there. So, but if there's some weathering, like maybe some orange splatter here and there to reflect some of the lava, the same way that they did with those videos, I think that would have been a nicer touch.
What might make it work is if you washed the cape a lot and kind of what is the word I'm trying to like lose the dye in it, maybe lose the color and kind of look like it's old and faded. Yeah. If you washed it and got some of that black out of there and made it faded, I think it would fit a lot better. It's just because they don't match and it looks off.
One thing
Or
I
if you're
would say,
brave,
though,
you can take a lighter and try to tatter the edges a little bit, make them look a little bit frayed. You know what I mean?
one thing I'll say about the sculpted area on this is that it's extremely stylized. It's not realistic in any way. It's believable, but it's not realistic, right? And it's like very hard edges on cloth, on a flowing robe. That's not gonna happen in real life. Not like that. It looks like paper, but it's very appealing, right? And it's that contrast between that heavy stylization and the realism you're getting from the real fabric. I think it's also like something that's clashing for people.
But at the same time, even to my argument, I think it still looks pretty damn cool like this. The contrast with the darker.
I think it's a cool statue overall. I mean, he looks like he's freaking floating. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I don't want to throw anybody off topic, but I forgot to mention, I also thought about writing a Star Wars story.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, that's interesting.
I wish I could give it away because somebody might take it, but I want to. That's going to be like my life challenge. But I think what I'm thinking about is going to be an interesting story.
What kind of media do you want to do it in? Like
That's
a
exactly
book,
what I was about to ask.
comic?
No, I'm gonna like a novel.
Movie, a novel. Okay.
Novel. All right. Hell yeah, man! Let us know when the audiobook is out, bro.
Right, for sure. Because I think that's always cool because you got to think about the creativity it takes to go into building a new world and building new characters, because you have to basically almost like create this character from scratch. You got to pick their personality, pick their tendencies, pick what makes them, right? And that takes a lot of thought to me. I'm not a writer, so I would just imagine that takes a lot. And then you take that and create this story around these characters, especially a story in a different world. If we're talking about Star Wars, this is a brand new space, a brand new world brand new creatures and factions and everything else. It's a lot, man. It's a freaking lot.
Yeah.
You can always connect the characters, but I think with the copyrights, you have to get permission first before you even start writing the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lucasfilm, from what I've seen, is pretty generous with all the fan fiction and different fan stories. I mean, look at Star Wars Theory with that big ass movie or short film that he did, and Lucasfilm, backed it 100%, and it came out phenomenal. But the only caveat is that he can't really make anything off of it.
That sucks,
anything
man.
anything that towards a budget, towards that production, has to come from elsewhere. So you really can't, it can't be monetized in any way. So,
Yes, the last thing I wanted to say about sculpted capes and fabric capes is personally I don't mind, and I actually think it's very hard to do sculpted capes right, and it has to be like a really good sculptor to make it look good, because a lot of the time when you see sculpted capes, they're very smooth, they have no texture, and they're like the folds, they're not believable, and when you see them blowing in the wind, it's almost low effort how it comes out. They're extremely thick in a way that doesn't look right sometimes. So generally speaking, I think it's hard to make good sculpted capes, but when they're done right, they're done right. I like them. I would tend to like them better than the fabric.
Do you think the Batman Hush Batcave could have benefited from a fabric cape instead of a sculpted cape?
The Hush, I can't remember how that looks like. I think he's holding his cape in one hand.
Right. Yeah, he's holding his cape at the edges. Yeah.
I think that looks good sculpted. I don't think it would. You generally doing stuff like that when the character's interacting with the cape. It's better if it's sculpted, right?
Yeah.
If it's done well, but it's usually going to be better sculpted.
Yeah, and that's one of those pieces too where I think that the detail is there as well. All the different the weathering effects, the shading, the crosshatch in the comics and everything else. It really just pops.
This is not the one I was talking about. I don't.
This
like
one or
not
the
this
back,
one.
or
The Batcave, the Batcave version.
Okay, the Batcave version. Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, the cape on this is good. On this one.
Damn, $3,589 for that Hushback Superman. Jeez.
That's nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very impressive.
Yeah, you see how stylized this is?
Yeah,
and
that's usually when it's nice, when it's stylized, and they don't try to make it look too much like real cloth. They take like liberties with how they express the cloth, and so like this is very good. The cloak, it's extremely good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and I wonder if they could have pulled off plugging in all the bats in the shoulder with the fabric cape.
Yeah, they could have done it.
Think about.
They plugged so the guts behind me. I styled the cape myself, and like it's very weathered and it has tattered edges, so it looks very believable. And then there's something that plugs into his shoulder, plugs in through the cape, right? And it works. Like they can definitely they just put a hole inside the cape where the bats plug in. And through the peg, and then you can plug it through the peg. So it's doable.
Right.
Plus, they've done it on the piece behind me, so I know they could do it. But I don't think the way you're getting movement, that's very dynamic and like crazy. This doesn't seem realistic, but it's like very expressive and it's appealing. You're not going to get this with a fabric cape.
But you also got to look at the back of the cape. To get more visual on the back of the cape, like you got to turn the statue around to see like what the cape looks like in the back.
Yeah
DT's review of this piece actually did a pretty good job on like showing all that, all from different angles, for this piece.
I'd even say one of my favorite sculpted capes from recently is the Mythos, the new Mythos Vader. That cape is really nice.
Really, considering how over-exaggerated it is?
Yeah, I think when you're doing sculpted, I think that's the right approach to go. Not to really aim for realism, but to aim for believability. But like because you look at it, it's over exaggerated, it's very playful, but it's sculpted in such an appealing way to me,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's I like it. I'm not gonna buy the piece because yeah, it's not like I don't collect Star Wars, but just looking
Sure.
at the cape alone, it is yeah, I really like it. It's one of my favorite sculpted capes.
Can we see it?
Cool.
Astro, you got a picture of it?
Why, yes, I do.
Hmm.
But here's another one too. I mean, it from my perspective, it also looks like it lacks texture as well, Buck.
It does
You know,
lack
to your
texture.
but I can see it does have a bit of the frayed edges. It is extremely exaggerated, but it I'll agree it looks cool, you know, but you know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
and
I
like
don't
for
know.
you, there's other factors going into it. You're thinking of it as as like wanting to buy a statue, maybe, and maybe
Hmm.
this is actually the part of the statue that breaks it for you. For me, I'm not interested in buying the statue at all. I just think the cape looks cool. Yeah,
Cape aside, I think what actually breaks it for me is the fact that he's on an X-wing turbine and not that's in Mustafar.
uh,
You know, so if they wanted to be a little bit more creative, because the last Mythos Vader was basically the same thing in a sense, where he's in deep thought on Mustafar. So why not kind of change it a little bit? Give us a different environment. Hell, maybe I was talking to somebody else, and he also mentioned about what if you just put him on top of like the top of his Tie Fighter or something like that instead.
yeah,
You know, and also just give it another environment. I think that'll pop it off a little bit more.
yeah. I agree.
It's very interesting. I mean, I wonder, like when they, because these are like original concepts, right? So
Hmm.
I wonder what is the process like whenever they're coming up with the next Mythos piece? Let's say for example, this Vader, like what was that conversation like? Like, okay, we want to go in this direction. This is the story we want to tell. Blah blah. Like, how did you come up with this?
It can go a few different ways. You can have the project lead say have a vision already, and want to execute it, or they have a very soft vision and it's just like let's do a Vader piece, and I want him to look menacing. That could be all they tell the artist, and it's up to the concept artist to or concept artists to concept something that has that in mind, and still make it faithful to the Star Wars universe in terms of the story that comes around the concept. So they'll do a bunch of like drawings, thumbnails, they'll submit it for to the project lead. Be like, which one do you like? The project lead will say, okay, I like these three. Um, Take them a bit further in the process. Let's see what they start to look like, and then the artist goes back, they refine it, and they bring it back. It's like, oh, okay, I like this one the most, but I like the way the hand is in this other drawing. Let's bring that and put it in here. They and like you start building. It's like an iterative process,
Mhm.
and it's back and forth a lot. But for a lot of the design stuff, like all this stuff you see with the cloak, possibly, it could be the artist expressing that maybe the artist did this in one of their drawings and then the lead is like, "Ooh, I like that. Let's play it up. Let's make that a central part of the piece." Or from the very beginning, the project lead it says, "I want a very stylized cape, billowing, flowing. I want this huge black mass, like this shadow behind Vader that's like billowing in the wind and the heat." And then they try to make that vision come to life with their drawings, and they
Mhm.
express it in a way that is appealing to the artist. And then the lead has to like approve it, ask for changes where they want changes to be, and it's that back and forth process. And even after that, it needs to go to a 3D sculptor, and they're gonna put their own touch on it. The way they sculpt it might not be exactly how the artist drew it, right? And there's
Mhm.
some of their influence is gonna go into it as well, and it's gonna change things slightly, um, or maybe a lot. But like again, it's that back and forth. It's gonna go, and it's the thing is, it goes through a bunch of people throughout the whole process, right? And the idea is either built upon or it's diluted, and hopefully this is close to the original vision that they had. Um, and if it's not, hopefully it's better than what they originally had in mind.
Hopefully, um, that's that's a. I can see why something like this would take like a year to come up with, because you
Yeah.
this probably won't be the only thing that they're working on, right? They're probably working on 5 different other projects at the same time, and so yeah, it might take weeks just to get one iteration done, right? And then you want to make some more changes, and that may take a few more weeks, right? And before you know, 30 days have went by. It's been a month, and you've only really made one iterative step, right? And that's just let's just say the cape, just the cape itself. You just made progress on the cape, and so yeah, like it could take a year to do something like this, and
Yeah.
I understand it, because with my experience in IT, it's working on software. It's the same thing. It's the exact
Yeah.
same type of work.
And then like in that whole process, even after the sculptor, you gotta get the painter to make decisions as well. They would probably have had to decide how they wanted these like orange lights to be. If
Mm-hmm.
it's actually is how's it gonna be on the statue, if it's even gonna be on it, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so it's like, are they gonna paint it? Are you gonna have light ups? Those kind of decisions will get made, and they might either get made after the painter makes an effort at painting it. They're like, I don't like how it looks. It looks bad, and then they have to repaint it and do like without painting it on, and then they might decide no light ups at all, um, for different reasons. It could be for taste, or like it's not going to be cost effective. We want to sell a lot of these, and the price won't be right in order for us to do that. Those kind of things could go into the whole design process.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
That's
guys
very,
think that this cape is gonna have a lot of QC issues when shipping? I think that this is gonna have breakages.
Depends on the material they use. If they use PVC, no. If they use resin, it's actually there's the thing that would worry me about breakage is if there were tiny small pieces coming off, like, and there were small connections, but it's a very large like piece and it's solid. There's not much separation, and you don't have small strands of like
Well,
cloth like branching off
well, you could see some like on the left side around the hand.
around
I
the
see
hand.
small strands, and then like away from the hand, I see small
you
strands.
mean like right here?
I can't see your pointer, but around the left hand, there's some
I
small
can see.
areas.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. I don't think that's small enough to break during shipping. Um, but like it depends. You never know. If they don't do the engineering for the box well, it could mess things up. I also think they're unlikely to do like normal resin, the same kind of resin they'd use for the rest for the cape. The Sideshow recently, I don't know, like even for the Black Canary, I just got the hands. They're very light. They feel almost hollow, like a different material was used to
Mm.
Okay.
cast them. And I don't know if they're hollow inside or it's because it's a different material. But
Mm.
I think they would probably, I think it would just be safer for them to use PVC for the cloak.
Keisa says, do y'all think that they should make his skin more color, like put more color in his skin instead of being too much blending in his suit? Um,
Well,
it does
wouldn't it
kind
be
of
because of
blend
the
in a little
fire?
bit. What's that, Cash?
Oh my bad. I said, wouldn't it be because of the fire?
Well,
Like
no, no, no.
the
They're saying that. Well, yeah, technically, yeah, his skin could look that way because of the fire, but
Well, in Return of the Jedi,
Mhm.
he has very like pale. It is a lot lighter than this. It's pale. There's some purple and blue and different colors in there, but it is a lot more pale than it's sort of a gray skin color here. So if
Yeah.
they
yeah,
had done it more towards how his head looked in that movie, then yeah, I think that would have been better. But this is also just a photo. Like we're not seeing. It's
Yeah,
there's a
Yeah.
lot going on here with filters and different things, and
yeah,
so maybe when we see pictures of the actual statue, it will look a different color.
Yeah.
yeah.
that's true.
You'll have a better idea when it's up for pre-order and they don't have all this like effect lighting and stuff like that on it.
Right. You see, they got a light here. They got a light on the back side of them. They got a light on the front side of them. Um,
Because
uh,
this is just as back in like this is a theme right here. that they're backing. You know,
What do you mean,
Yeah.
H-Stats?
what I mean, like
The
a
theme?
theme, yeah, because it's like obviously he's on this world, he's in this, this fiery,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes this is what throws you off as a buyer. Because
Oh,
you see, if you look at his
yeah.
knee, there's a lot of wear and tear here. I mean, I'm looking closely. There's a lot of battle damage here on this.
Mm-hmm.
So with this theme, you can't really see the actual, you know, I guess the conceptual art of the statue. You can't really see it. You just get an idea where they're going with this. But
Mm.
you know, but
Yeah,
if
for
you,
this,
yeah, they're selling the theme right here. But
yeah, in this
once we
image,
see
it's
the
like just
statue
like
itself, then that's where I think we can draw more detailed conclusions.
I agree with H stats. For this, they're just like trying to go for drama and mood. They're
Yeah.
not. They're not. It's like so much of it is in shadow and like it's being hidden by like the red. But I still don't think it'll be as pale as you want. Probably not.
Let me ask y'all a question. Um, do you guys ever go to ArtStation and just look at different artists' profiles and stuff like that? You can't answer, but
I should answer.
you can't answer this question.
You mean it like cons and stuff and see different
No, no, no. I
different
mean like
artists?
online, like go to the website ArtStation
Oh.
and then like
Oh no, I don't do that much. No.
okay. Reason why I say is because I've just
Oh,
been.
sweet. We're still talking about Vader. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I was. Well, actually, no. Let me bring this back up. Reason why I said that is because sometimes past couple days I've been just on ArtStation. I've been looking at different artists' profiles and stuff like that, and Daniel Bell's been one of them, obviously, and Tiago Reyes and Martin Canale and Caleb Nefson and just a whole bunch of different artists. And like you get to see like we see what they do for like Sideshow and like the big companies, right? But on their profiles, you get to see some of the work that that doesn't get posted, or doesn't. That's just art that they just do, right? And they just post their stuff, right? You also learn about, like, I didn't know that Daniel Bell did this Black Panther for XM. I had no idea.
Mm.
Mm.
I knew that he had
Wow.
done Electro.
Iron
That's
Fist.
I
what
feel
that
like I
Spider-Man
knew.
is.
Yeah,
Spider-
and I saw this too. I was like, fam,
That's
what
a
the
statue.
heck?
I thought that was an art print.
I don't
Yeah,
think
Shit.
that's got
I
released.
love this
Well,
Spider-Man.
no, this is definitely a statue, but it's like I think this is unreleased, just something he
Yeah.
did. You know what I mean? Just and posted it or whatever, right?
Look at the sculpted, rised webbing. I love this Spider-Man.
That is
Dude,
sick.
this
Yeah.
Spider Man
I like
is
that.
sick, and I was like, yo, fam, I feel like I need a Daniel Bell Spider Man now. You
I
know
need
what
a
I'm saying?
Daniel Bell
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I definitely do.
You know what I'm
Please.
saying? And this is just, I'm sure this is what he did just on his computer, just practicing, just drawing,
Uh-huh.
right? What would he do if he actually made a statue with Sideshow and it was something, not necessarily the same thing, but something like this that looked like this, these same colors, this same style? I think that would be crazy. Obviously, Sideshow will have a lot of influence because they want it, cost effective, smaller base. You know how Sideshow does, all that type of stuff. But man, this is I just get a lot of I just love this type of stuff. So I was on these artists'
Yeah.
page just looking at stuff, and
I didn't know this was a thing. ArtStation. I didn't know
Oh, he did
you-
a Piccolo.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
no,
is what like artists do now for the most part. Instead of making their own websites with portfolios, they use ArtStation to post their work, and then like companies can go to your ArtStation to look at your portfolio, and that's what they use to hire you.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's really cool. I like
Yep.
this.
I mean, who knew Daniel Bell did a Superman at some point, right?
I've been following
Oh,
him,
shit.
that is dope.
and he
That's
still
nice.
like does a lot of stuff that he doesn't post here.
Like this. That's freaking sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is.
It's just a bunch of random projects. Like this is like
The real football.
Soccer, yeah,
football,
soccer.
soccer, yeah. Um, But yeah, just like random projects.
The real
Hercules?
footman.
Beowulf.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Beowulf.
I love Beowulf.
Beowulf's great.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys, who did the older Red Sonja PF? Because I've been seeing that in my feed more and more.
Which
And
one?
which one? The one where she
Let me look it up. The one where she's standing on the bones.
where she's
of the
standing straight
snake,
up.
right?
She has, I think she has like an axe going over her head, and another sword is
Oh,
standing
I think
out.
that's Steve
I
Lord.
think there was one from a few years ago.
I think that's Steve Lord. Yeah, should be able to find him on ArtStation as well.
Steve Lord.
Go to
Doing
artists
some
on
new
the site.
stuff.
Yeah, it is Steve Lord.
That one right there. There it is.
this one?
He also
this
did
one.
Karen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, I don't know anything about this character, but when I saw this piece, I'm like, I want it.
It's an awesome
What?
piece, man.
Yeah,
I
this piece
had
is
it for a
gorgeous.
while. It is.
Conan the Barbarian, bro.
Yo,
That's the universe.
I love the pose and the overall execution. Even the paint apps and the in her face look amazing.
Yeah,
Why
he
don't you
does
get the
like
Prime one
female
on?
portraits really nice.
No,
Get
the
the
Prime
Prime
one is
one.
dope. That's the one with the
with the
snake,
Hydra,
right, Eddie?
with the snake joint. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that one looks sick, but this one, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't like
I
the
like
portrait
this
on
one
that
more.
one. On that one and the hair. The hair looks like helmety.
Jesus World says we like cheeks over here. Yes, we do, sir.
Yeah, you can take off the belt. You don't have to put it on if you don't want to. But she's wearing like a thong or something underneath.
Hey, man, it's all.
Oh, you
it's
saying
all
this
art,
belt,
bro.
this belt thing?
Yeah, the belt with the fur covering her ass. Like you can
Yeah.
take it off. It
appreciate
works
that.
like an actual belt, so it's like a loop and a clasp.
Oh, okay. Man, you know,
that's a
Sideshow's
nice piece.
gonna try to, build stuff and, do all that type of stuff.
Oh, he did the Huntress too.
Yeah,
Oh shit, nice.
I didn't
That's
know he
another
did
beautiful
that.
piece too. Look at that.
it's a really good
I
sculpture.
really like this one too. And here's another one. This is a fabric cape, isn't it, Buck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Goes to our discussion earlier. So
I mean, I will say that. I mean, Sideshow they have their in-house. They have their in-house artists, right? Like your Daniel Bells, your Martin Canales, and stuff like that, right? But I feel like every time, or I won't say every time, but a lot of the time, whenever they get outside help, like from a Steve Lord or Raf Grassetti or people like that, this is the type of work you get, right? You get the Batman Who Laughs from Sideshow, you get this Huntress, you know what I mean? You get,
yeah.
you just get dope statues, you know what I mean? And I think I know it's probably not as cost effective for Sideshow because obviously they have to pay these guys a little bit more than probably what they pay their in-house artists. But I feel like it pays dividends, and they get some good work out of these artists, man. So
I mean, it's
Astro.
also like what each artist is good at, right? And then it
Yeah.
seems they really like this guy for women. That's mostly what he's done for Sideshow. He did the
Right.
Superman, but like you see, he did the Starfire, Black Canary. He did this. He did Red Sonja. I think he's
Ivy.
done a few other. Yeah, he did Ivy as well.
Yeah.
You know, he did that new like Dragon Lady and with the
Oh,
armor
did
look.
Superman.
oh
Right.
yeah.
And so
He
it's
did
mostly
Poison Ivy.
females he did, but like
Does banger work.
yeah, he's
Starfire.
really good. Did that Thanos.
No, Astro, I wanted to ask you. So you mentioned the Batman Who Laughs, and to be honest, I do like both pieces that are out, the Prime One in the premium format.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen the premium format like in person out over
Mhm.
here, and I really, really like that piece. But considering what it's going for these days, I mean, as a newer collector, can you recommend going after that one? Like, just go ahead and just bite the bullet and just go for that particular piece, or you think the Sideshow one is worth it?
I feel like it depends on what scale, or are you just looking for just a Batman Who Laughs piece?
Basically, yeah.
I think the Sideshow will suffice. But I do think that the Prime One Batman Who Laughs is the definitive Batman Who Laughs right now. Just because it's just is no one's touching it. I mean, it's just really really good. They did a phenomenal job with that piece. But if you just want a Batman Who Laughs, the Sideshow premium format is totally fine because I think that they really knocked that one out of the park. Now, when going back to Prime One, I know that it's going for like a lot right now. Probably like if I had to guess, I would probably say like $3,000 or something.
Yeah.
2,500, $3,000, something like that.
It's sold out.
Yeah, the Prime One, the Prime One.
Okay.
I've seen a few on Facebook for like $2,000, 200.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
200.
expensive though.
A lot of 2,200.
All I just heard was 200, bro. You got me excited, Buck. How dare you, sir?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
my emotions, man.
2,000 or 2,200 versus 600. You know,
22, I think, is reasonable for that piece, considering, like you mentioned, it is a definitive version, and
Right.
everything that it has going on in that statue. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful piece, bro. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I think Prime One will do another version of the character because he has
Yeah.
different like forms. So like
yeah, like
they'll
King-
probably do another
Mhm.
version, and people won't
Like-
sleep on that one.
I like the one that Queen Studios is doing on the throne, but damn, there's a lot going on in that piece.
I'm not as big of a fan of that piece.
Hmm.
I feel like I think it's because of the way he's postured in the chair. I feel like he's sinking into it, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
I feel like he should be sitting up in more of a power pose, like sitting up in like with his back straight, with a different type of presence. I don't like the look of him being so slouched like this. Like,
I actually disagree, man. I think
Really?
it probably fits more with his character that he's posed like that. It's more
It
playful.
looks more mischievous.
Yeah,
like
like-
he's up to something.
Yeah.
That way.
And then the thing I don't like about it is that the chair is like a flat slab of stone, and it's just like where it's sitting. Oh,
Sorry about
The
that.
Godfather.
Is that H stats?
Yeah,
After that Godfather review? Oh, hell yeah, bro.
that was my
God.
phone. That one. That's my theme.
Nice.
What I'm saying is the chair is too flat, and the base is like very big unnecessarily. You can crop out parts of the base and make it smaller, take off the nameplate in front. It's a really nice piece. I think I might still get it, but
But isn't that that piece straight out the comic? Because yeah, that's straight out the comic.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it from the comic or not. It's like
Let's
the
see.
base is too large.
No, what I'm saying from my point of view, because I'm still reading the story.
Mhm.
When I got to this, they took this whole I guess theme that's directly out of the comic where he's sitting on the throne like that, pointing.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah,
I mean, I can go get it if you guys want to see what it looks like.
no, I don't disagree. Like
Yeah.
I'm
I like
fine
to
with it, but it's like it's
See,
just
all right,
like
give me a second. I'm gonna get it real
yeah.
quick.
For instance, if you guys think about the Dark Knight that Sideshow just released, right? They got it's like inspired by the cover, but they still like design it in a way where it's compact with the base, right?
Mhm.
And so like, look, there's a lot of unnecessary. This is eating up too much space. I think they could crop it in like on the sides and like bring those two Robins closer and take off the nameplate in front, and I think it would look better. But it still looks pretty awesome to me.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Astro, to your point, I see where you're coming from because the Prime One, it does exhibit like he's more he's displaying more power in the sense that he's above the Robins and has them by the chains. And at the same time he comes across more menacing and intimidating in that piece. So I can totally see where you're coming from. And shut up, sir.
This base
why
is
you
just
went up.
this base. I mean, this is just a space eater though. But most
It is,
throne pieces are gonna be a space eater. You know what I mean? They're gonna make the throne really big, and but I think they just really went over the top with the ghouls and the robins and stuff. They took it all the way there. You know what I mean?
Does the head and the feet seem disproportionate, or is it just the perspective of this?
All right.
you know?
So I don't know if you guys
Oh.
can zoom up.
Hold on,
Soul
H-Stats.
is
Hold on,
man.
hold on. There you go.
You see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
for sure.
that, I shouldn't have came on tonight because now y'all making me want to go buy that.
Is
That's
that
crazy.
Capullo drawing that?
Yeah,
What is that?
this is
The artist that drew that in the book is Greg
this is
Capullo.
Scott Snyder, Grant Morrison. Well, let me see.
Wait, is that an omnibus?
It's just because I was trying to. Is that an omnibus? It's just like
The trade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just picked it up.
All right. Bro, I was gonna say I can appreciate H-Stats actually pulling out the actual comic, like pulling it open, referencing a panel, and not worry about damaging it or getting it graded or anything like that. Ruining the potential value.
Oh.
That's awesome.
But I love when when studios do this kind of work, because that's what keeps it going. I guess for me, so that's beautiful. That's beautiful that they did something like this. I mean, because if you look what we just saw, look at that demon Robin is right there with those. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about getting this piece under Batman on Throne.
Considering the price, I mean,
This is
full
680.
payment.
No, that's a deposit. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
1885.
deposit.
I'm about to
It was
say about that
680,
right now.
That's a no-brainer if it's 680, man. You jump all over it.
Look how many characters you get for 680. Nah.
See,
Oh shit.
Yeah, Astro. I have the digital version of that one, and I just started reading it. So
Is that a
Yeah.
floppy?
no, this is an absolute here.
Yeah, I got that one, Astro.
Yeah,
This is-
it's really dope. I haven't finished it all the way. But yeah, this is a really dope story, man.
it's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, really dope story.
I mean, it's such a far cry. I mean, compared to I don't know if y'all can see, but I got rocking Adam West Batman right here. So from Batman Who Laughs, it's crazy. It's crazy how far we come. There you go.
Nice.
Adam West, Burt Ward, y'all.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
you keep.
Mhm.
That's like I remember that when I was like a little kid, man. Adam West, I think that was like the best next to Michael Keaton.
Oh, he's still my number one to this day, bro. I can appreciate
okay.
everybody else, but I mean, Adam West just has my heart, man.
Yeah. And I watched his biography, and it was just like, man, they really did him dirty, Adam West, for that character.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, man.
Oh man, you should watch
yeah.
that, man. He
Yeah,
really
I'll have to check it out.
he struggled. He struggled. Like the studios played him because and then all of a sudden, the Adam West Batman, appealed to pop culture. They thought it was a complete disaster, and then it just picked up all of a sudden. Everybody loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just messed up. I mean, when the studios will use and abuse you when you're hot, but then when you're not, it's just you're out of sight, out of mind, pretty much.
And that's why I like the guy from Family Guy, how he picked
Thanks,
him up.
Red.
One of the creators, really good.
Bet. Ooh, Vader.
Let's see. No, let's pop back to here, and we can get to a few pictures. I don't have a lot, just a couple, and then we'll go back to hanging out. But this Harley, if I'm not mistaken, guys, this is shipping now, right? People starting to get this.
It's weird. Maybe only people in Asia. I don't know if people in the US have started getting theirs, because that's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Because I think people in Asia, like that Wonder Woman, and there's another piece too. People have had it for a couple months now at this point, and it still hasn't shipped here in America.
Yeah, man. That's where I saw people with the Prime 1 Goku in July in Asia. Still waiting.
In
here,
July?
man.
Are you serious?
I don't like. I'm so what Prime 1. We have beef, man.
Dude, July. That's crazy.
No.
That's pretty crazy.
Who'd you
but this
order it
was-
with, Buck? Can you say or no?
I'll tell you guys later.
All right.
Okay.
Um,
It's a really nice base.
I
Really
was
nice
reading,
base.
I was reading comments. Sorry. So yeah, what do you guys feel about this piece? This piece is a highly anticipated one, I believe, right?
Yeah, people like it.
How do you guys feel about Harley Quinn as a? I don't want to say as a. Okay, let me preface this correctly. How do you guys feel about Harley Quinn as a statue character? Because it seems like we're getting so many different versions of Harley. Are we gonna get this new age double hair Harley? Or are we gonna get the jester age Harley? And nothing's wrong with the colored hair, but it almost reminds me of the actress more so than the character.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for.
The Jester is out, man. They're not. It's the costume. It's not showing up in the comics. It's not the statues now. They're just going for the new pom pom like hair thing.
Yeah.
I prefer the classic design, but it's what it is. The portraits on these, I don't like too much.
I'm on strike. I'm just gonna go with the punchline. Then, if I can't get a Harley, I'll just get a punchline.
It's crazy, man. I'm getting that third scale punchline too.
You want a Jester Harley too, Cash?
It's not that I would prefer the Jester. It's just whenever I see the Harley with the hair like this, I think of the actress or I think of video game. I never think of actual comic, and that's the issue for me. It's a great statue though, but I just never get that comic feel, and I don't know if I will ever get that from a statue of this character.
The way that her hair is, as far as in this style, doesn't it kind of come off as like Jester-ish? I mean, just the way that the style is portraying. You know, granted, yeah, you are correct as far as like it mimics the actress, but I don't mind it so much, you know, because I know Harley from the animated series, not much so from the comics, but I've always liked these different interpretations of her.
Well, she had the Jester look in the animated series, didn't she?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
She was a Jester in the animated series.
Yeah, that's how she debuted. But to see her in these different looks, I mean, I like it. You know, this is a nice looking piece as well.
I like it too. I am not a big fan of the Jester suit. I like the sexiness. I like the corset stuff. I like the long stockings and the little whatever why am I blanking on the butt whatever the fuck
booty shorts?
Booty shorts. Thank you. I like the booty shorts. I like the suspenders. I like the look. I love Margot Robbie version of Harley, so I'm fine with the black and red or the black or red or the blue and red hair. It doesn't bother me either. And I love Arkham Knight, so that if it looks like that,
too.
Amazing game.
Yeah.
That was my thoughts on this
saga.
one. Yeah.
It gives her like sort of a punk rock vibe, and I think Harley pulls that off well. Like she's So
no, she definitely does, man. There's so much going on here too, man, and you can really appreciate, the details in her frame amongst everything else, So, she looks good.
Yeah, I love the base on this statue.
It's funny that they put like a bunch of like pouches on her belt.
Yeah,
that is fun.
Like taking the whole design into consideration. She's like, oh, I need somewhere to store stuff.
Hey, man,
I know, right?
She doesn't have any pockets, so she needs the pouches.
Doesn't have any clothes.
Yeah, that's where all that dynamite came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice piece.
Yeah.
This is
Marco Plouffe.
That's hard.
That is very hard. Looking at it, I instantly want to see it painted, off rip. You know what I'm saying?
This is the guy that did the Batman Shogun on horse for XM.
Oh, you could see that, yeah. Or you could see like the same sort of quality.
The inspiration.
He also did the Ultron, and does a lot of fantastic like tech pieces, like stuff that is like robotic.
What IP is this from?
This is original.
Okay.
They have a outsourced art studio called Chaos Maison, and they're trying to start like doing statues and resin kits. So this is from like there's like a line they're doing. I think there's gonna be 4 of them. Yeah. So this is one of the characters.
Oh, they're doing like the Four Horsemen kind of a deal.
I think
Maybe?
so. Yeah. If you go on their website, you can see it. And I
Okay.
think this is still open for pre-orders.
Is this 1/5 scale? 1/6?
This is probably smaller than quarter because that horse comparing it to the size of everything else on the table,
Yeah.
it looks but it's still like a good size for a statue.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I would guess 1/6.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. You see a lot more of the detail when you see stuff like this in grayscale before it's painted up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's another thing, right? When they're painting, they need to if you want to bring out the details, you need to do like a lot of layers.
Mm.
A lot of layers, a lot of wash, all that fun stuff.
And then you have I just keep throwing these pictures in here because I love them. I don't know. I just think it looks so museum to me.
Yeah.
So I always just
Well,
throw these pictures.
that's the name of the line, isn't it? Like the Museum Master line or something like that.
Exactly. Yep.
So, yeah, this is crazy how inexpensive these pieces are for being. First of all, from Queen Studios and Quarter Scale. They're like
Yeah, I
what,
think they're
$500,
trying to
$400
appeal-
bucks?
Oh, less 350.
350 a
Jeez.
piece, I believe. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
What's
crazy.
what's the scale on them?
Quarter.
Quarter scale.
Quarter
I
scale.
think this is for the people right here, man.
Wow.
That's insane, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They're probably hollow.
I don't care, man. This is a quarter scale statue, 350. That's crazy, man.
That's
That's
wild.
crazy.
Sure.
But there's got to be a catch to it, man. I just can't accept the fact that we're getting a quarter
Dude,
scale freaking statue
even
from
if
Queen
there's a
Studios for
catch,
$350.
Even if there's a catch, after I've paid 350, I'm gonna be like, I just paid 350 for it, you know?
It's not
Of
so
course,
bad,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's not bad at all, bro. Like, and the boxes are
Yeah,
probably
I
gonna be
feel you.
small. Man, this
And
kudos
then,
to them for doing this.
I mean, this is just my personal opinion. This Superman, if we're just talking quarter scale Superman, this is probably one of the better sculpts to me personally.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I see that. It's
And
well
that-
proportioned too, man.
Which is why I was pissed. I was like, fam, they should have offered a colored version as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think would have worked. I mean, they should have done this. I don't even know why they did this in the marble type coloring anyway, but I feel like it should have been colored in the first place. But if this was colored, oh my god, because now if you want
Yeah,
to
that
get,
would've been a home run.
it's gonna cost and blah blah. But anyway,
Probably like the marble stuff is like the best way for them to make it cost effective, right? I have no complaints with this. The only thing I'm hoping is Superman's head, like it connects with a magnet. I don't want it to be connected to the body.
right?
Makes
Because you want to
it
be able to
easy.
paint it.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have to break stuff.
But Astro, you don't think by like coloring it will take away? I mean, because isn't it what makes this this line kind of majestic?
Yeah. Yeah.
It will have a different vibe for sure, but
Yeah.
if you want it, it still would look good, I think.
Well,
definitely unique.
Here's the thing about that though, because if you want to put this, if you're just gonna get the Queen Studios museum line and get Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and then have them together, then it looks perfectly fine. But let's say if you want to put this with other statues, like if you have quarter scale Justice League or quarter scale DC or whatever, you want to put these statues with those, you can't really because it's gonna stick out too much to me. Because you got these greens and reds and other, Flash and everybody else, and then you put this Superman next to that Flash, it's gonna look a little weird.
Yeah.
It's not like he's dead or something, like he died or something like that. But yeah,
I think it'll still look weird if you paint it because they're museum. They're like, and all of them, those three are museum. So if you have those three and then you put Flash next to them, Flash is like super dynamic, and then other like Justice League members for the most
Superman.
part. It depends. I don't know. and the style of the base is part of what's making it look very museum as well, right?
True.
Do you guys think Batman's underscaled compared to the Superman?
No,
Mm,
Looks
It's
a little
not
just
short.
really.
it's
I,
yeah. I
I
think
would
it's just the
imagine.
picture.
or maybe
I
it's his
would.
head. The size of his head feels smaller than Superman.
And
Yeah,
Superman is like kind of like standing up straight with his head up, and Batman is kind of looking down. So I think that's why I look shorter.
maybe.
You brought up a thought provoking point, but um, because I'm thinking about now, like if you were to get like, okay, I got Flash, Hawk Girl, Green Lantern, um, the Wonder Woman's not really in a dynamic pose, but it's like she's with her arms open or whatever, right? She's not this. She's museum, but a different type of museum. And then let's just say everyone else is dynamic. If you put these with it with the other ones, will they clash? I don't know. That makes me think about it a little bit. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what I always do and put me some Photoshop together and try to get an idea of what things will look like before. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And kind of
Yeah,
go
yeah.
from there.
yeah, do that. I would still get them anyways, even if it would clash. In that regard, I'm not. I don't care too much in my collection, like how things look like next to each other.
Hmm.
I get them if I like what they look like, and I just look at them and I'm happy
Right.
because generally I have a lot of different scales next to each other, and they do clash, but I don't mind.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of like with Buck. Like I don't really care about putting certain scales with scales, you know.
Right.
Mhm.
But colors is different though. I wouldn't put these with
That's weird
yeah.
to me, Buck, to hear you say you're okay with it, because you're very nitpicky.
Yeah,
So
like
I would think
I
that
guess also
it would throw you off.
it's also like now you're kind of learning the kind of things that like I pick on
Hmm.
versus so it's like generally I would say for the most part a lot of things a lot of people care about in the community I don't, and for me I don't give a shit about ES, at least not for the reasons some people do, and I
Hmm.
don't care about fabric capes. To me it's just a matter of whether it looks good in the end. For this, I don't care about scales. And you find a lot of people that matters a lot to them. There's also the fact that people like go crazy for extreme amounts of detail on pieces, and I don't. I think that's like a very cheap way to like cover up bad sculpts, or uninteresting sculpts. You just throw a bunch of detail on something, and once you know about the process, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's not. I don't think a lot of people might not understand the process and how to create those like textures and details, and they might think it's more impressive than it actually is.
Some I feel that way about weathering sometimes. I feel like
Yeah,
they just throw a shit ton of weathering on things, and I've never been a big fan of that.
But
but
that's but
people go
that's
crazy for it, man.
but that's like
Hmm.
when the artist is creating. Usually the artist will see the flaws where other people will see it from like different angles. They will appreciate what the artist does. I mean, you got to be like an extreme expert to see like
Yeah.
flaws and it takes time. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah, you have an eye for it.
yeah,
Like Buck
it's
definitely has an eye because of what he does, or
yeah,
yeah,
things like that. He has an eye for things I would have never even noticed.
right. Because like for example, I've been collecting for like 10 years, and I just started picking up like details and learning
Yeah.
like the terms, the adjectives of describing art.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it takes time.
There's also
Now
a lot of things I would say where like it's some people. It's those kind of things. Have you ever had this situation where you say that's an artist, that's a musician that only other musicians would appreciate,
But,
right? Or
yeah.
like, and it's that kind of thing where I sometimes I see something that looks so impressive to me because I know how difficult it is to do, and then people like call it shit, and that makes me sad because
Sure.
like it genuinely makes me sad because sometimes I feel like I don't understand what like the community likes, I don't understand this statue community at all in terms of what is good to them.
I don't either, man. Sometimes
It
I don't either.
Well,
some,
you
It's the
get
beauty of art, man. It's all subjective.
you getting kind of deep there because now you got to base this on a Rorschach theory. You know,
He's like-
you can't. Yeah, it's like you can't think because each individual has an imagination. And a little secret with me, I have a photographic memory. Just that's why when Astro showed me that picture, I was
That's
able
awesome.
to point right away where I saw that image. You know, so like I said, it depends on the artist. The artist sometimes is trying to, give away something. They're trying to, express a situation. Just like Basquiat, if you guys even know who that guy was. I mean,
I don't.
no one understood him until he died.
that's a lot of people, man. It's so unfortunate.
Let me ask you this, Buck, because me and Danny argue about this a lot. NYC does likenesses not the best for their actor when they're doing a statue that's supposed to portray a certain actor. The likenesses are not there 100%, and Danny will call it artist interpretation on a sculpt. Yeah, he'll call it artist. He'll say like, "Oh, I can appreciate the artist's interpretation." And then now I feel like NYC will even say that. They'll even use that. And I don't agree with that. I think if it's supposed to be an actor, it's supposed to be someone, it needs to look like that person.
Yeah.
Unless if you're doing a Clone Wars piece or something that's animated or, and then it's off, then I understand. But if it's supposed to look like that person, I don't think you can say
I'll tell you
artist
this,
interpretation.
it's all
to get away
about
with it.
intention, right?
Yeah.
And they do not intend to miss the likeness. So if they
Sure.
like when someone intentionally stylizes something to look a specific way, if you look at JND's Christian Bale, look at all those pores and how exaggerated they are.
Yeah.
That is intentional. That is what they want to make it look like. I don't like it, but I know that is the intention. And then when you compare
JD
that
Batman.
to exactly right,
Brother, wrong.
Mm.
Brother, all the way wrong.
Hero JND base.
But then you got to say this,
Bible
right? So
Truth
then,
Library, Ephesians 5, J and D.
Wow.
What are you saying, H? That's
no, what I'm
Yeah.
saying is then you got to think like this. So then why is it that some of us don't like movie pieces?
a lot of that too. I would say has to do with for a long time you were looking at Sideshow, and Sideshow does a substandard job at like portraying like likenesses for real people. Sideshow excels at doing comic faces versus with a hint of like stylized realism. But when they try to do a likeness of an actual person, they usually fail woefully. And you look at this looks like Christian Bale, but like also it has the JND look. One thing that JND does for their male sculpts versus their female, they make the pores like very pronounced on the male sculpts. Look at their Joker from the Arthur Fleck, and you look at the Ledger Joker, and now you look at this Bale. Like there's a theme, but they don't do that with their females because they'll make them look old and wrinkly. And so like you can tell that it's intentional when the way it's applied. It's not done to everything. And you can look at that and be like, okay, I see that this is the purpose. When someone's trying to do a likeness and they fail, like generally I don't like the customs that happen for Star Wars. I think they tend to look they have their issues. And so like I'm not too fond of those.
But I heard and I forgot where I saw this. I heard that it's actually the Hot Toys that capture the likeness
The best.
of a live person. It's not
They
the it's
do.
not,
They do really well, but even them nowadays, everybody critiques theirs as well. They're it's not 100%, it's not perfect, and I don't think
For those,
anything
it's
ever
paint.
can be.
For the Hot Toys, it's usually paint that makes it not look like the person. Because a lot of what goes into making a person look right is their complexion and the variation in hues on their face. And that's hard to get.
You don't think it's the anatomy of a person's face because
I think
that's what raised the
I
controversial.
think skin has a lot to play into it. skin
it's-
naturally soaks in light and reflects it in a different way,
Thank
and
you,
then
man.
the way that your neck skin hangs in someone that maybe has a little more skin, or you know what I mean, like sometimes they come off thicker or
Mhm.
just more full face, and they don't always look that way, and so I think it's
It's
a
a little
lot to do
blurry.
with the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Another
trying to
thing,
get closer.
outside of what Eddie said, is what references are they taking, right? And what age are
I'll
you
try to.
remembering the actor as? You look at
Okay.
someone like Arnold, right? He's had such a long storied career, and then if like in our
I think that's
memories,
a good job
someone's
on
gonna
that one.
have a different like. That's really good.
That's a good job because I
Yeah.
mean I see that the actor. No, what I'm saying is, let's look at the controversial Blitzway Heath Ledger Joker,
Hmm.
and I think the reason why a lot of people had issues with it is because of the anatomy of the nose. You know, the nose was totally inaccurate.
My issue was the pose. I didn't like
think
it.
the my issue was that the smirk came off. I don't think the way they wanted it to come off. It didn't come off as how the Joker's vibe is supposed to be. It came off more of like a creepy dude, a creepy pervy dude, I guess is what.
That just got
But
caught.
you know,
Yeah,
Like he
wait,
looks,
but
he looks
you
kind
know
of
how?
bashful. Like they just caught him doing something bad.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, the way you can fix that is that because the eyeballs roll. A lot of a lot of photos that I've seen is that he's looking off to the side to where I think it kind of like brings out that creepy look even more. But if you have him looking straight forward, you know, with that grin
Oh, that's
at a
dope.
certain angle, I think that can make it look a lot better personally.
Mm.
You know, for that sculpt. I mean,
Maybe.
just think about it. If you look at the other photos right now, he's looking off to the side and it looks silly. But
I,
looking
I think
straightward and
also
onward, I think it's
it
better.
looked much better in the initial promo pictures,
Yeah.
right? And that again goes to show you like the difference that you can see between us, like a different kind of paint job. The quality of the paint job really affects things. Also, when someone's painting something, if they don't paint it well, you can really change the shape of like a sculpt with the way you paint like some features. It's the same way. I want to just like it's the same way it works when women are putting on like makeup and like how they contour their faces. The same thing happens when you're painting a statue. If you don't paint it the right way, you will change the shape of like the way things appear on like a sculpt.
H stats. Let me ask you, man. You have, I mean, with your Godfather Damn Toys, right? With the
Mhm.
1/3. How do you feel that they did on that portrait?
I think they did an awesome job. I can definitely see Brando
Uh-huh.
face on that polystone, you know. And I also did a side by side. You know, I looked at the skin texture. You know, you were kind of like need like a microscope to see the skin texture. The camera doesn't really pick it up well, and then
Yeah.
your lighting, you know, and then there's also the presence of the moment. If you because you see, thing about I've seen many of us probably seen The Godfather like hundreds and hundreds of
A
times. So
million
there's-
times, yeah.
yeah. So there's so much that you're gonna remember, and like I said,
Mhm.
like I pay attention to detail. So this is a
There's
good
a
one.
6 scale.
Yeah, this
Wow,
is
that's really good.
This
Yeah,
one is
that's a good
absolutely
That's
freaking
really good.
crazy.
yeah,
What
that's a
they
good
did to
one.
my
Ah.
booty.
That's a good one.
I mean, for 6 scale, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
that's a,
really
if
good.
if the 3rd scale came out to translated this well,
mm.
I want that one too.
Right.
So
No, it did. But
So,
but
yeah,
you know
man.
what? The only critique I had, I said, well, I don't remember what the cat looked like. I remember he was petting the cat in the movie, but was that the actual, I guess, breed or cat that he had?
Yeah.
So I got to go back and look at that picture to see if they actually nailed that part, you know, that detail. But overall, it's an amazing presence. You know, if you love that movie, that's a statue for you.
yeah, bro, that's like my number 2 of all time, man. So I was grateful that we got the 6 scale piece, but at the same time, after God delivered, and I started seeing more photos of the 3rd scale, I'm like, yo, I think I need that in the collection, man.
Yeah.
So
The next one I'm hoping for is Pacino.
yeah,
You know, if they do why is my mind going blank? If they do his son, that would be
Michael?
nice. Michael Corleone, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would
yeah.
be nice. You
yeah,
know,
that'd be insane.
yeah,
We'll see, man.
yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think this is an abomination or what?
No, I like it.
Damn, that's
I think
crazy.
I think it's an abomination.
I like it. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
I can appreciate the artist's interpretation of this particular piece, but it is definitely not for me.
Is this supposed to be a female Ghost Rider?
That's what it looks
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought
Is
it
it,
was
well, let me
something.
ask y'all this: is this like a real character? Or is this like
Not that
is this
I
like
know.
a
don't
real
know.
character? Or is it like? Is
I
this a
don't think I've
made-up
ever
thing?
seen a female version of this character anywhere.
Me either.
I've seen like Black Panther's Ghost Rider and other things, but I've never seen a girl
What?
ghost.
Whoa, what? Black Panther?
Black
as
Panther?
Ghost
I
Rider?
Yeah.
think Shuri took
Yeah.
over for a while. So,
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't like this, but it's whatever.
It's not. This is not for me. I guess it's because it's like you have to always. I feel like when artists do stuff like this, when they really just kind of take the art and they tell, they kind of just go in a different direction. Like they create their own interpretation of something. I feel like you always have to be careful of that because you can't take something somebody loves and then just like throw a huge spin on it and then says, "Huh, here you go." Like you have to be careful. You have to be
Why
careful with
does
that.
why does she have skin on her collarbone?
That's how it is, right?
Whoa,
Does
that's
she?
crazy.
He's all skeleton. And
Oh,
fire.
and he
Damn,
transforms?
Eddie just freaking ruined the statue, man.
Is he?
No.
I always thought like it was just the head.
No,
No, it's
the
the
whole
whole
body
body.
is skeleton and flames.
Oh, dude, you just I
Yo,
didn't
back to
even
the drawing
see
board.
that, dude. Oh my
Dude, anyone buying this isn't buying it for accuracy. I assure you they don't give a shit.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's funny
even.
how
She wouldn't
of our
even
eyes
have
were-
cakes. She wouldn't even have tits.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
that's why
all of
I
ours are
think
pointed
that this
elsewhere,
doesn't
but
work.
Eddie's looking at the freaking everything else that we're not. So
I guess I just like the fiery hair. You know, I mean, that was what really did it for me.
Yeah.
I feel, and I
It's
feel like,
it's definitely unique. I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
H test like them redheads, huh?
Yeah. You can't blame him, man.
I mean, if you, I feel like if they really wanted this to pop, it would have to be a light up feature on the base and the hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know because I feel like I'm trying to think the best fire sculpts I've seen it's been from XM. I'm thinking about Ghost Rider, right?
Mhm.
On the bike and stuff like that. That fire, I really like how that fire is done. But if it's not like that, I don't know if it'll work.
There's a fire. Anyone know about HMO Gulliman? The Warhammer 40K statue they did. He has
Oh.
a huge flaming sword.
With the blue, he has a blue
Yeah.
suit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sword on that is the fire on that is awesome.
That's pretty
I haven't
crazy.
seen that one.
Hold on, let me see. Hold up. What's the name of it?
Try HMO Gulliman. GUILLIMAN.
Flames are really hard to
Capture.
execute well, I think, in statue form.
Astro, what browser are you using, bro?
I use Brave for security purposes.
Astro is seen in his line of
He's a
work. What they do.
IT guy, man, huh? Yeah.
That is pretty cool. That's really cool.
It is awesome. And it's like, you know when you have like an impure flame and it's going to smoke and it's burning black at the edge? That's what's
Yeah.
happening with this.
This is pretty cool.
So it's not burning cleanly. So you get this really nice blackened look at the tips of the flames. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna get my first HMO piece next quarter.
Oh, really? What you got?
Nice.
Felicia from Darkstalkers.
Oh, this is
Fighting.
6 scale.
No, next
Oh,
quarter. Oh, this is 6 scale, but it's massive, man. It is.
Wow.
No, for sure. I bet.
Because, like, the thing is, those guys, the Space Marines, they're not human sized. They are large. They're,
Really?
they're not the size of a normal person. They're enhanced beings, right? And then he specifically is larger than them. So like if they did it in quarter scale, it would be stupid.
Oh wow.
What is this based off a video game?
It's like a tabletop game for that's like company. They make miniatures and like they sell like paints and stuff. Warhammer 40K. It has a whole lore. There's several books. It's like a huge community
Mm.
around it.
Okay, so 26 and a half inches tall.
And it's
Yeah,
very
okay.
wide.
Buck, did you get the white or the black edition?
For what? The Felicia White.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yep.
Yeah, these are good pictures too.
Yeah.
This came from XM, I think today or yesterday or something. I couldn't figure out who this is.
Is this Polaris?
I look like
I
No.
only feel like Polaris because of the head. She has her weird hairband there.
could that be another
Just
poison
the
ivy?
shape is too like looks too craggy, too bony or like rock like, so it's not smooth enough.
Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet
They
Witch,
just
yeah.
they just did one, right?
Is
They
this
did it
Scarlet Witch?
a while ago, yeah, a couple of years ago. I think.
With a tree though, Scarlet
2019
Witch?
or 2020
Yeah.
maybe.
That's not another poison ivy.
Looks like it might be Poison Ivy, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe actually. I don't know, because it's like vines in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This was every now and then XM puts out a teaser like this, and it's like it kind of stumps me a little bit, and I can't really tell who it is.
Well, it does look like leaves down there towards the base,
Yeah,
around her
yeah.
feet.
Maybe it's for hopefully they do a new Samurai Poison Ivy. Or if this is like Poison Ivy in quarter, just normal Poison Ivy, I'd buy it if it looks nice.
Because it looked like the vines are wrapped around her thighs, and
It does.
and she's elevated. So
As if she was sitting on them or something like that, or making a throne for her.
hmm.
I'm always harsh on XM
The-
for like their females, but I hope this turns out good.
Agreed.
Eddie's a deep thought, man. Look at him.
The pose seems weird for Ivy. That's why I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
It
it
looks like
is.
she's
Yeah.
flying and
Yeah, she doesn't fly.
casting magic. Like, right?
I don't know.
Only time will tell.
Oh, you know what it is?
What is
What?
it?
Medusa.
Medusa.
Why they do it in humans now?
Because
Of
the
all times.
hair, it has a lot of hair. I don't know.
But how do you explain the base and all that stuff happening?
The
That's not hair.
vines, yeah.
Yeah.
The base is definitely a tree or something.
So
What's the
I
chick
don't
with
know.
black boat?
Yeah, Medusa.
Medusa. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Medusa.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's this?
My guess is Medusa or Polaris, but you guys are right. The tree wouldn't make sense.
Hold on. I gotta show y'all this. Polly's Hideout just sent me this statue. Hold on, while I try to pull that up. Hold on, shit. Let's see. This I pulled this off today. This was pretty sick.
Oh, shit.
Damien?
Damien?
Yeah, digitally sculpted. It looks freaking awesome.
yeah, I saw this. I feel like this is an older piece. I've seen it before, like it, but it's been making the rounds on Facebook again now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw it on ArtStation.
Let me ask y'all this: do you guys get on statue form?
No.
Sometimes sometimes they have like information and pics of stuff like before it's on Facebook, so I check there now and then. Usually for like the Japanese stuff, because it feels like in our communities we don't get that fast enough on Facebook. So they'll have like stuff for the anime statue companies or Prime One. It's faster than Facebook.
Interesting.
Buck, if you ever see bleach stuff, send
Yeah.
me pictures because
Oh
I
yeah.
never see any of that
Bleached.
stuff.
I'll send you like right after the live.
Oh,
'Cause-
I'll send you a photo of something bleached.
Whoa.
I don't want to see your.
Why does that sound so suggestive? I can't even.
That's funny. But look at
Dude,
this.
that's
sculpt, man.
crazy.
This is the detail. Like it's
That is
almost like
nice.
it's built for a game. Like they.
It is. It
Yeah.
is more likely built for a game because for a statue, the way the hair is done, this is like hair cards or probably probably hair cards, and that can't work on a statue because that's just a texture. So it's not like actually sculpted the hair. You would need to
okay.
redo that as sculpted hair to make it work, or they could punch it in. But that is not possible to 3D print the way the hair is.
No.
Okay.
Or they
Sounds
could
like
punch,
he's sweating too.
Yeah, that joke.
looks like it was raining.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Nice.
this is nice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He looks really, really cool, man.
Yeah, this guy probably got a job right after he posted this on our station. I'm not even kidding. Like,
Should
when
put
you
the
can-
mask back on him.
unless it was probably already hired to be able to do this. Yeah, this is really exceptional.
Really.
What happened to Casual? He just came in and dipped.
I don't know.
Maybe the power cut out again. You know, he's having power issues on his end.
I popped him in, and then he popped back out. Yeah, it might be a power thing. Yeah, but this is really, really dope for sure.
It's hard.
Yeah, for sure. And then Paulie's Hideout sent me this.
Yeah, like I was
Ooh.
saying, the Japanese
Damn.
stuff or the Chinese stuff. You guys watch this
Oh,
movie?
that's crazy.
Spirited Away.
Look at that.
Nice piece of art. Yeah.
This
That
is
is
based
gorgeous.
on the animated movie.
Yeah,
You guys seen this?
Studio Ghibli.
I have.
Yeah. Oh man, it's one of their best movies too. I think
Did we watch this, Eddie? This is one of the ones that we watched
No,
movies of the
no,
week.
we didn't. No.
you should
No?
check it out. Definitely check it out. It's one of their best. I really loved this as a kid.
Cash is over here laughing. What's so funny, bro?
All right, let's see if we can get
Fuck is
Casual in here
Waterworld,
now.
dude? Like,
Casual,
Waterworld? Hey, don't be hating on
There it is.
Waterworld.
Hey,
bro.
Casual.
What the fuck?
What's up, Casual?
What's up, you guys?
Look at
So
Casual.
bad.
He's all nicely lit and everything, looking all pretty. Look at this man.
Oh man, it's the what's this thing called? Elgato.
Oh, you bought it right
Yeah.
after Mario told me?
It's funny because I had that already coming in, but when he said that, I was like, dang, he's gonna.
What is it?
But it's,
What is it? Is it it's a light or what?
yeah, it's like an LED lamp, so it's like I can control. It has a cool app. I love the app, but it
damn,
yeah,
you
just-
can see Casual shave today.
Wait, so
Oh, check him out. Full screen
That's
this man.
funny.
Let's check him out.
it's legit
Oh,
though. You see how like everything's like solid.
Yeah.
Now you gotta turn
Uh-oh.
off the
It
lights.
was.
for your
Too
battery.
solid.
Han Solo.
Hey,
Yeah.
motherfucker, be with
Recommendation,
you,
Mario.
man.
Yeah, he did that gesture and now I told his computer to shut off.
hold on, let's see.
Internet
hold
cut
on.
off.
There he goes, his back.
There he
Just one more
is.
time.
You mean Elgato like the Elgato capture card, gaming capture card?
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
company.
Same brand.
Yeah.
They make
Okay,
like
I-
streaming stuff, so they make a mic, a webcam, and some other stuff. It's pretty good.
I think I might try to get the light then, cause hold on, let's see. Hold on, Mario, you got one too?
Yeah.
Got two of them.
Oh,
Mario
nice.
got that crispy setup. Mario, turn
Oh,
off one of the lights so you
crispy.
get that nice like
Oh, you want to see
shadows.
one? All right.
Just-
Yeah.
Hey, y'all gonna make me go get one, dude. Damn
Y'all
it.
got to hit one of these too.
Hey.
A Stream Deck. Same thing by Elgato. Yo, this thing works
Ah.
magic because I'll just push this one button and then that light turned
Yeah.
off.
Oh,
And then,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
hard.
You got
Here
a
we go, yo.
secret- Oh,
that's
Look
like-
at that.
Oh.
That's the crispy
Hey,
setup. On air.
hey, Mario, say KFB channel 1070 real quick.
Welcome to KFB channel 1070. Your
This just
choice
went to-
for midnight
Should've
whatever.
done,
this just went to After Dark right now.
Right.
Hey, yo, Astro,
Huh?
what you know about that, man? That's the Elgato stuff. You be streaming
just-
them games.
Well, I can't show you mine because it's actually taped up under my desk right now. But
Oh,
what
that's what I
can
was
show
about to
you
do.
is this. It's on my desk here. So
How do you
That's
get
a
that colored red? Oh, actually, no, they sell those now, right?
yeah. My sister bought this for me for Christmas. I think they got it from
Wasn't there a
Best
company
Buy.
that actually custom paints those?
Yeah, there is.
What's that? The PlayStation
Colorway?
Yeah,
Colorway, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone got the
I'll stick with the white one.
Not anymore.
Ah, nice.
I wish I had one. I'll stick with the PS4, thank you.
Yeah, me too. You hate to see it.
See, that's why you guys gotta come to New York. You can find anything in New York.
Anything you say. All
Find
right.
COVID there too.
I'm
No.
gonna take you. Well, never mind.
Who said COVID? COVID's everywhere.
It went dark.
Oh man, this is
Everywhere.
crazy.
It's everywhere.
The knight versus the dragon.
That's
Yeah.
nice, dude. That's a
I like
freaking
I
I
saw
like
that one
statues
today.
like this, man. But like I need
That
to
is
make sure I
so
really love it.
Dope. And you know what the funny thing about it? I'm actually thinking about buying something of this art concept.
Who's
Like,
that?
check that dragon behind me.
Hello?
I think it's casual.
But it's
Is
not
it-
everybody.
No.
No.
Test.
Look at this, bro.
That's insane. That really is insane.
Bro, what's up with this
Damn.
detail?
Crazy sculpt.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
I wonder how long it took
It's
them
gorgeous,
to do
man.
this, man. Wow.
Was this the render?
No,
No,
this is
no,
this
it
is a
looks like a
statue
sculpture.
statue right
Render.
here.
Damn, look at that dragon.
Jeez.
Damn.
Dude, you guys are making me more hype for my Mother Dragon's piece that's ready
Yeah.
to come in, anytime now.
Oh my
So-
god.
Blitzway
Look at
Prime
this
one?
horse.
Yeah, the Blissway
Wow.
Prime 1, yeah.
Congrats,
Oh.
man. That's gonna be a killer piece.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's,
thanks, man.
it's a slept on piece for sure.
But that's one of those ones too, Buck, like we were talking about earlier, as far as regarding the likeness is concerned. That one, still, the likeness isn't 100% there, but
Mhm.
I think the overall presentation of what's going on actually offsets that whole thing. You know,
Yeah,
because you're more focused on the entire environment rather than the likeness of the portrait.
I think if you care about the likeness, if you get her repainted, it'll look more like her.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's
We'll see.
expensive.
We'll see
Mario.
once I get it
You
in.
got to
hand.
send it to Buck Skies, and it's gonna be an arm and a leg.
My painter
We'll
actually
talk,
just hit me
Buck.
up.
We'll talk, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
Your painter's
you
watching?
want that you want that Sideshow PF Cyclops. I
Wow.
kind of want this head sculpt. You know.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
you
We'll
know,
see.
what's
We'll
up?
see. Yeah, definitely.
Oh man.
You just gotta make sure you hit me up before I buy a bunch of other shit I don't need.
True.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Yo, Eddie, what kind of light do you have right there? Like it's like red.
Mine's a shitty ring light from.
No, your lightsaber.
Oh, this my lightsaber. This is Govee lights around my desk. I can change
That's,
them up.
that's what I have. That's
So I
Govee
just
all
have it
over.
on red right now, but normally I have it on cyan.
I'll go back to
That looks
red.
dope in red,
The
man.
dark
That,
side.
Yeah, red looks
that
good.
reflects your mood, bro. That shit is sick.
Yeah, I have. That's like, I love everybody like gamer setups when they have all the lights around. So when I put in my desk,
Yeah.
I had to put some lights around the desk, and I got
That
a little
RGB.
PlayStation light and stuff.
All right, electronics store tomorrow.
Making cash, spend more money on some gear he don't need.
Hey,
I think I'm gonna get the. You guys think because it was funny because I was actually looking for a spotlight because I actually I have
This
when I,
thing's good.
when I do my setup I have like a couple different ring lights and I hate having to do this stuff and I was like I need a spotlight to come right here that'll just do exactly what I need to do and so yeah I think you guys just sold me so
Yeah. And also, like, if you probably just turn off one of them, you get more dramatic lighting, like Mario has right now.
true
Yeah, it's true.
yeah which is what I want anyway.
Or you guys can have a candle burning.
You could do that too.
That's a good idea.
Next to
Set
your
the mood, man.
statues.
What trying to
That's
mood?
all-
What kind of mood are you trying to give off?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's like
With
late
that
night
tree in
and
the
shit.
back, and
Yeah.
Well, I check my analytics, and I think
Turn
it's
off the
30%.
lights.
It's 30% females that follow me. I'm like, oh,
there you go, man.
That's the key
Yo,
right
you
there.
gotta get more comfortable on that couch, bro. Watch that female audience jump up even more.
That's funny as hell.
That's funny that yours says 30%, bro. Because I
What
checked
is yours?
mine.
Yeah.
Eddie, don't make me
Sausage
answer this
fat.
question.
Uh-oh.
Dude,
Come on, Cash.
100%,
Come on,
man.
100%?
100%.
Well, then I must be female. 'Cause I
Females?
watch your show.
Wow.
I don't understand.
Wow, no way.
Big
Yeah,
pimping
I was
over
gonna
here,
say, I
man.
was like, what am I doing?
Wait, are you serious? Is really 100%?
Last time I checked, it was 100%, no lie.
Oh wow.
It said
My-
ages 25 to 55.
Hey,
That's what it
Buck,
said.
Yeah.
can you sing his intro really quick? It's probably the intro.
I'm feeling lucky. La Luciano. Yo, Cash doesn't know I'm his biggest fan, man.
Y'all funny.
That's you
Lucky.
rhyming Cash?
Yeah, man. I was
No,
watching The
that's the-
Sopranos one day, and that's why I wrote it off of The Sopranos.
Okay, that's dope though.
Yeah.
Let me be in the video though whenever that you shoot.
Dude, there's already a video. I've seen it.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
There's a
Cash, is
video?
that the same one you sent me too?
I think
I gotta
so.
see the
Maybe.
video.
Or maybe it's a
Nah,
different one.
There's no
Nah,
video
see
for that
what
for sure.
Maybe
For
it's
sure.
a different one. I see you with like a rapper.
Yeah, I've seen
Like-
that one too.
Oh yeah,
look, Cash. Do you?
I like Cash's music, man. I'm telling you.
If you guys like Gotham, catch me in an episode of Broken Mirrors. You know,
The TV
What?
show Gotham.
yeah.
I just started
word.
rewatching that.
I'm
That
one of
was
the
a
go-
great
I'm one of
show.
the I'm one of the goons that I think what's his name?
Penguin.
No, I'm one of the goons. where,
Don.
I forgot the scene though, but
Falcone?
Yeah, Falcone.
I'm one of the goons that where the main goon gets beat up. Where you
Really?
have Gordon, you know, he meets up with Alfred. Alfred beats up the big, you know, heavy set goon.
You got beat up by Alfred?
Well, I was about to fight him.
Come
that's
on,
sick.
man.
They shoot that in New York.
yeah, in Bronx.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I love that
Yo,
show.
we got movie stars, man. We got rappers up in here.
Right.
Damn.
Right.
I think I was in a.
I'm getting
I was in
starstruck. We got
I
an
think-
astronaut.
I think I was in a. I was in a Walmart commercial as a baby. I think.
Money.
Oh man. Come on, Gerber.
That's
That's
yeah.
funny.
No more money,
believe
man. We're gonna
that.
start calling him Gerber.
Gerber Mendes.
Come
Yo,
on, Cash.
Gerber
Why you gotta?
Mendes, it's crazy.
Wow.
Oh man, born this day, January 16th, 2022. Gerber Mendes.
Is it your birthday?
No.
Oh, I'm
Gerber Mendes' birthday, bro.
Gerber Mendes' birthday.
Oh, fuck.
I'm never telling anybody shit anymore. You see?
Yeah.
Oh
dude.
man.
We can't all be in Gotham. Jesus. They don't let
man.
Mexicans in that show. You see?
Jeez.
You're not wrong, dude.
That's crazy.
Hold on.
Oh man, dude, what made you
H stats is Hollywood.
what?
No, Red Canada. Says H stats is Hollywood.
Oh,
I'm looking through the analytics. Where do you find that stuff, like the male, female, and all that stuff?
It should
everybody took a deep breath.
I know, huh?
I don't want to look.
Casuals
man.
analytics are all
I know,
gender
I'm like-
neutral.
110.
We
It
gotta
says I
add
got a
that.
new achievement. It says 10,000 views in the last. That's cool.
That's dope.
Whoa,
Hey.
congrats,
So
bro.
casual. All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
He turned up. Hold on.
Astro falling asleep. Look at him.
No, I was on my phone. I don't have any more pictures, guys. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of stuff. I started being very selective about the stuff I pick up because I just don't want like a whole bunch of
crap.
abominations. You know what I'm saying?
Show the HMO Felicia.
All right,
Yes,
hold on.
please.
Eddie's seen it
I
already.
already saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome piece. And it's affordable, man. It comes with 3 or 4 portraits, I think.
Really? What's affordable?
The Felicia, and it's quarter scale.
I mean,
He's
I'm at the
saying
price
what is
book.
affordable,
How much?
yeah.
How much is affordable?
It's like $800 or something like that.
Oh my
With
god.
4 portraits?
I gotta change my name.
Yeah, I remember this piece. This piece is freaking awesome.
Thanks, Red Kanata. The new beauty.
Yeah, shows you new PewDiePie. Nice.
That looks dope. Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh. Hello, Felicia.
what's up with the price? It's like 900 to 1600.
Because there's like one where you get 2, like there's like a variant,
Yeah.
It depends on how
Alright.
many cats.
and that's how you're supposed to do variants, man. You release them at the same time, and so like
Oh.
yeah, if you get both, you get like a discounted price.
What made you pick the white over the other
That's
variant?
the classic colors, right? The
okay.
the one with the pink hair and the black bodysuit is like her other costume in the game. So like the second costume. As you know, fighting games
my.
you do the color variants.
Oh my, indeed.
Yeah. Oh my.
Hello, Felicia.
And if you want it to be more modest, there's like a cover, like a dress you can put on.
Oh,
No,
there
that's
you
all
go.
right.
Well, I wonder how that works.
It's like anime statues have been figuring out ways to take off clothes as statues for a while.
That's crazy.
It's called cast off.
What
You could
what
follow-
display option are you going with, bud?
Normally in the game she doesn't have that on her, so
You can find a
Oh,
lot
What
of
you have on her?
I'm gonna stay faithful to
You have to.
Yes.
You have to stay faithful.
to the source material. 'Cause as
There
a
you
true
go.
fan.
Come on, man. What's your imagination?
I was trying to say you can find a lot of these pictures on IG.
Yeah,
Oh,
H-
wow.
Ain't wrong,
That's
man.
funny. That's
if
funny.
if I follow H stats on Instagram, I'm gonna like my explore page is gonna be dirty. You see all these women with their asses hanging out, and then like you see on there when you click on the image, it shows H stats like the photo.
Hey.
H Stats is getting a new follower right now.
Hey, Stacks, don't let them shame you, man. It's okay. Live your life, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hey, somebody, Red Kanata said hentai line.
Oh, I think that guy's like probably an Akira fan. Cause it
This is
kinda
a dope
does, like-
statue, man.
Yeah, man.
He's
And
not-
That portrait's awesome.
Yeah, it's got like I think 3 portraits, not 4. But for $800, come on, man. Look at that. Nice base, quarter scale. It has the option to take off the dress if you want to, and it's got like a bunch of stuff going on the base. I think you wouldn't get this much on a quarter scale from Sideshow for that price.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey,
There you go.
but is this a line or is it just the one off?
It's a line, so they're doing like
Oh,
the
nice.
women from this game. The previous one they did was Morrigan, which is like the vampire chick. That's sold out, and that piece like it's hard to get.
Oh,
on
I like
hold
that
up.
Morgan. I saw
Yeah,
it. I
and
like
then they did the SNK, Mai Shiranui, which also looks good. All the women's stuff they're doing from fighting games is pretty awesome. So you see the Mai.
that. Oh, yeah,
the
the
Morgan I seen. The doctor has that one.
The Mai
Yeah.
is very well done as well.
Yeah, Mai is really good. But I don't think they did a color variant for Mai. But for all the stuff from Darkstalkers, I think they're gonna do color variants because they did that for Morgan and they did that for what's her face, Felicia. But see, it's sold out, low ES too, and it goes for stupid amounts online now. People are asking over $2,000,
Wow.
That's,
and it
that's
retailed for
incredible.
like $700. So, yeah.
Yeah, so the doctor has this one. The portrait on this one is
beautiful.
amazing. Yeah.
They have this technology called real eyes, and it's where like they have like kind of like a glass eye for the eyes, and
That's the one.
you can see through it from the side like a real eye. It's like it's really cool how they do that. And my favorite, like one of my favorite painters for doing like just comic-y and stylized stuff is their like prototype painter for the company. But he's hard to do anything with.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm winning my bid on eBay. I kind of want to lose.
Dude, there was a. I think it ended already. There's a XM Weapon X. Oh, it's still going. It has 2 hours left. It's at.
What's the-
It's only at 513.
Yeah.
The bid. The shipping is 250.
On what?
The Weapon X from XM,
Yeah,
the one that Daniel Bell sculpted.
I'm not interested.
I am interested, but that's crazy that it's at 513. I can't believe that.
You should get it, Danny. Put some money down.
You should bid like 560 to see.
What's that,
Just
Danny
leave
Eddie?
it at that.
Oh my gosh.
How dare you, Buck?
I feel like it's a recast or something because I can't believe that it's that low.
Oh, be careful with that. Be
You can
careful with
ask the
Yeah.
guy that's selling it before, if you win the bid, ask him to send you like the serial number, take a picture of the bottom of the base, and then check it against like XM's website and see if it's registered to the seller that is selling it to you. And that's how you could check.
Where's the seller?
I think Florida. It said.
Oh.
Unlikely it'll be a recast.
Oh no, New York,
Unlikely.
New York.
Niagara
I-
Falls.
Likely in New York, actually. I heard
yeah,
H10 said like you could find anything in New York.
No, because I remember when I bought my my Kratos, and at that time I didn't even know it was a recast. It was coming from China. I had no idea till it came. I remember throwing it in the garbage when it came.
That's
Definitely, if you're buying on eBay and it's coming from China and it's a statue, just don't bother.
I had no idea at that time.
Yeah.
I was very new to the game.
Yeah, it's likely a recast. Definitely.
How do you guys feel about recasts with like exclusive portraits or like custom portraits?
No to everything.
No to all recasts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For instance, okay, I'll put it like this. If I wanted to make my own, like a different version of exclusive for myself, and I was gonna recast it, like, and I'm not gonna sell it to anyone. And I had the materials to do that myself. I would do that. I don't mind. I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, it's yours. Yeah.
Yeah, but trying to sell that and put that into the market, I think that's messed up. Yeah.
I saw a recast Superman Hush. That's how desperate I was. But then I just changed my mind last minute. I'm like, that's stupid,
Because if you get that too, you can't sell it.
Well,
Yeah,
I wouldn't sell it. I just
Right.
wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like for whatever reason down the line, if you want to move the piece, get rid of it. Maybe you got a chance to get a original and you decided, okay, I want that instead, and the price is right, and then you want to get rid of the recast you got. Like, you can't sell it. It's just a dud. You just throw it in the garbage. For what,
You took the thought out of my head.
That's the second time that's happened tonight.
Had a bot in the chat?
You said there's a bot in the chat?
No, I was asking. It's the second time. So what happened?
Oh no, that we took a start from him. Eddie jacked a start earlier, and so did you just now.
Oh, my bad.
Shout out to the Russian bot, by the way, if he's here.
Yeah, that Russian bot is
Bro.
funny, man. That Russian bot is funny. I just let it.
Oh no, man! One of these days, I might decide to pick up a bride.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
'Cause usually that's what
I was
they're
like,
saying.
what did he say?
Don't you guys know
What?
the meme? They're like selling
Yeah.
a Russian bride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
but okay.
I was like, I know.
Hey man, teach his own, man. Hey, man,
God
teach his
damn!
own.
I was joking, guys.
Hey, it's
We know,
alright.
Buck. Buck was joking, y'all.
Oh my
He's
god!
joking, guys.
Hey,
saw
it's
the
cool,
statue.
man.
no,
It's cool.
No judgment, man. Whatever you're into, dude.
Oh
you know?
damn, dude! Fucking 90 Day Fiance and shit.
Wow.
I'll make some money from that actually. Probably if you did that.
Hell yeah, dude. Hit that like button. Let's go to the moon.
I finally put the down payment on my first Prime 1 today. My first
Flex.
Prime 1.
Did you? What was it?
Yeah,
Oh.
the
What do you-
Batman from Batman Forever.
Damn.
You got it.
Nice.
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 Yeah.
Hell
that's what
yeah!
you wanted.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, I
Cool.
ordered it with Marcos at Collector Zone, and so
Hook you up.
yeah, and I'm gonna order the Robin with him too. I just haven't. I didn't want to do them both at the same time, but
Let's
Did
keep
you get
digging
the
deeper, man.
Did you get the big ass deluxe version with all the
Yeah.
weaponry or?
with the
You did?
ultimate bonus or whatever,
Damn.
so it comes
Yo.
with that gadget wall and everything too.
Ooh, gadget
Nice.
wall too. Oh, you moving?
Do you have any other third
different.
scales?
No, that'll be my first one. I don't-
Pandora's box.
Yeah,
He
Don't,
doesn't
don't,
want
don't,
any
even,
third
don't even
scales too,
bother
man,
saying
but-
it. Don't even bother saying that's all you're gonna order. Don't.
I
Yeah.
fully plan to order everything in this line.
All right.
If they
Oh.
continue this line, I will order all of them, but I don't want to go outside of the line.
That's
so-
that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, man. Like don't even, like I said, don't bother saying it. You're gonna see another statue you like that's in third scale, and now that you've already entered into the third scale,
Put that evil on me,
you're
bro.
gonna do it.
I like
Trust
what
me.
Batman says. His damn Eddie, let's go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, I'm so happy for Eddie right now, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
I
you've been talking
just-
about this one for a
Going,
bit.
This,
Is
yeah,
this
This
the
is a
Valve
fabric
ca-
cape, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Fabric
fabricate.
How you feel about
Ooh,
that?
is it?
I'm fine with that. I feel like it still gives off the right look that I want it to have.
Nice.
What if it's more of a if it's actual leather or pleather?
It's probably pleather, not real.
I think it's pleather. Yeah,
You have
Yeah,
to
I
treat that
love
shit, Eddie, when you get it.
This
Mhm.
that looks
is like
Money.
one of the best lines they could ever make for me, dude. This is amazing to me.
It's cool.
This
It's
is
the
the
money
only
shot.
thing that feels like real grails to me.
That's
So,
awesome, man.
I
When a
fucking-
company
Hey.
does that and like you finally see something that, oh my goodness, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
I can't believe a company made this and I'm gonna hop on this. That's a very good feeling. And
yeah,
I was never gonna ever purchase a Prime One product until they did the Dragon Ball Z line. That's how
Yeah,
that's how I
those are
started
amazing
considering
too,
different
man.
things from them. Because
Did
I
you see
got
what,
that.
Paulie said, nipples aside, that's the best live Batman costume.
Oh man.
nipples aside, huh? I'll take the
Dude.
nipples. I don't care.
It's
Batman
authentic, man.
forever.
You need them.
Pause.
This piece is very nice.
Yes, pause.
Very nice piece.
Yo, who's Batman Forever? Like I'm forgetting. Like, is that Kilmer?
Kilmer.
Or-
Kilmer.
Yeah,
Kilmer,
yeah,
yeah.
Kilmer.
Okay.
In the
I'm
in the
hoping-
wall, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
nice.
hoping this doesn't. I hope this gets funded. I hope I know they've been canceling lines lately, and I just knock on wood. Hopefully, this one has gotten the support.
I think this one will happen.
I think so too.
I hope. I think it'll happen. Yeah.
Especially with like the license they probably paid for this.
Yeah.
that's-
Even recently,
Yeah.
they've been doing like really small ESs, and they like some pieces that you would think should get canceled, they don't. I think they'll do this one.
I also have the Batmobile from Jazz Inc. coming. It's in a different scale. It's 1/6, but I
Mhm.
think that the Batmobile next to that gadget wall is gonna look dope.
Gonna look dope.
It's gonna look hella sick, man.
Those 1/6 vehicles are very large.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited, man.
Congrats, man.
Congratulations, man. It's a nice piece, dude.
That's nice.
Silly me and young me. When I first, when they first teased us for the Prime One event, I was like, "Yo, are they doing Riddler?"
Yeah,
So, yo,
I hope
damn,
so.
Is that Riddler? Is that Riddler? And then they revealed this, and I was like, "Oh, okay." All right, well, I was wrong.
I would love to see Riddler and Two-Face, and then if they go into the next movie and they did Poison Ivy, and I don't know if they do Bane, that would be fucking huge. But
Movie wise or comic book wise?
no, movies, Batman
Movie?
Forever, and then Batman and Robin. If they did both of those, even if Prime One ended up doing Keaton stuff too, that would be amazing. But I really hope that they continue the Forever line and then go into Batman and Robin line.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
These will be
They
my
did-
only DC pieces other than I got that Dark Knight Returns on order, the new one from Sideshow. But
Mm.
other than that, this will be like my entire DC collection, just that line.
Mhm.
Nice.
Let's see. Keisha says, would people actually buy those villains?
Eddie
That's
will.
what I'm saying. I would, but I know that they're not overall love, so I don't know if it would be funded as well.
I
Yeah,
think
it's worth a stretch
it's
for those
probably a
ones.
safer bet to go with comic based.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
If they did that Riddler, the Jim Carrey, before a comic Riddler, that would be dumb.
Because I feel like a third scale comic book Riddler would go off. I feel like that'll ring off.
Oh
Um,
yeah, everybody would love that.
Yeah.
It's been called for from a lot of people. So.
Everyone's begging for Riddler. I like someone to do a Riddler. Yeah.
Eventually.
Hopefully, I think Sideshow is probably gonna announce one close to the Batman movie. We'll see. I don't think they have any kind of event coming, so but I feel like especially if it does really well, they'll make a Riddler.
I think Tweeterhead is going to do that Riddler.
Yeah, Tweeter had two, but that's not quarter.
It'll
Everyone
be
wants a
6 scale,
quarter.
right?
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this. So I've been considering, low stock remaining. Oh man, jeez Louise.
Get it.
I saw that today too. I was talking about that black suit tweeterhead Superman that was sold out when I looked today.
Oh, really? Dang.
Yeah.
You're considering this one?
Well,
Katana?
I started considering it recently because what happened was Buck messed me up. So Buck really got me to start thinking about getting that Wonder Woman versus Hydra, right? So I said to myself,
Look at Buck smiling.
I think I'm gonna just get it, man. I think I'm gonna just get the damn Wonder Woman versus Hydra, right? So then, me being me, my brain starts going in the rabbit hole. So I'm like, all right, I got to get the Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like the Batman fab off with the cape and all that. I don't really like that. The Doomsday versus Superman is a little bit too big for me. It's not really for me, so I wouldn't get that. Then I said, then my mind goes to Justice League Hush. I mean, not Justice League Hush. Justice League Dark. And I'm like, all right, I could do the Constantine that's coming out. That's super hard. I love that Prime 1 Constantine, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
Then I started thinking about Satana. I'm like, all right, I could do the Satana too. So I can have like a regular Justice League, then kind of extend it with a Justice League Dark. Go back and get Swamp Thing. This could look really nice. It's just I don't know. It's
Prime 1 Swamp Thing, I think, is on sale right now.
I think it is too.
25% off.
If you're trying to do Justice League Dark, then hop on that. I would say this Zatanna, hell no.
No?
Really?
Not this one?
Why?
Face looks too
Yeah. I don't know
anime
about
like.
the
It won't
portrait
fit with
maybe.
the other stuff. It's too cartoonish. And they like doing this Stanley Lau style with the women
Ooh, I
now,
like
and
that.
it's
Oh, yeah,
it's
the
so
archery
tired.
stuff.
Like I don't like it. I
Whoa.
I don't know, man.
That shit looked like it blinked when he switched it.
Yeah, right.
I was like, whoa, that was
Hey, it's
crazy.
a magic
shit,
power
huh?
for real.
Yeah, That was crazy.
Get it.
Look at that. I was like, what
It
the
looks
fuck?
cool.
Let's go back and
but,
forth.
like,
Go back and
I don't
forth.
like the fact that it's so far from.
Oh.
I don't like the way it's stylized. Really big eyes, like it's too anime like. Versus the Wonder Woman versus Hydra, like there's some realism in there, even though it's like stylized.
What do you like about this one, Astro?
Well, it's a couple things. I like the base. I like Zatanna herself. I like her body. I like her outfit. I like how I feel like it's more of a simplistic take on her.
Yeah.
Sort of like how the OG quarter scale Sideshow joint is. It's like almost like a simplistic take. And I don't know why, but for me, when it comes to Zatanna, I don't know, it just works for it to be a little bit more simplistic. I know there's a museum. What do you call this? Exclusive or whatever, deluxe that's doing a lot more. Let's see. Yeah, it has like
Oh, that's too
it has,
much.
it has like
I actually kind of like the
stage and stuff.
goblin on it. I like the
Mm,
smiling portrait with the top hat.
yeah,
Isn't XM doing one too?
Yeah.
yeah. It's quarter scale
XM.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only problem is if you want it in this scale, you gotta get this one. But the XM one looks really good to me.
Damn. Let's see what
So-
the XM1 looks like.
The only thing I don't like about the XM one is the portrait. Everything else is perfect on it.
She got the red eyes.
No, I don't think so.
This is actually probably one of my favorites. Honestly, is this XM joint. I like everything about it, except
Damn,
for
it's
the
like the
muscles.
same price as the Prime
Yeah.
1. Don't
Yeah.
bother.
Yes. Like I think maybe it
Wow.
might be $100
Same
cheaper,
price. I
but
didn't know that. That's crazy.
I kind of like this one more.
yeah,
This
me
one is
too.
nice. It's got a lot of
Yes.
cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna get other third scale like
Yeah.
Justice League Dark characters,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
pay the extra $100 to get a third scale Zatanna. Like, honestly,
But
but
and
I would
think,
say just don't get a Zatanna at all.
think about this. Imagine this:
Yeah.
you pay $100 more for a third scale. Doesn't that sound weird? I'm getting a quarter scale.
It
That
does.
So
is.
I
Yeah,
pay
that's
$100
definitely
more and
crazy.
get a third scale. That's insanity.
So is the XM
And, like,
overpriced or is the Prime one underpriced?
There's no argument even in edition size, bro. Like I don't like it. It's like because Prime
Well,
1
this one
edition
isn't.
size is small.
Isn't this one a 300 ES too? Wasn't this one like one of the low ones?
338. Yeah,
338. What is Prime 1 ES?
it's
Like what,
150 for the regular.
150.
God
Oh
damn.
shit!
That's not bad.
Now
Oh, it says
this,
300.
Shit.
the
Of course, but
exclusive,
this
the
is
exclusive
this is the
300.
deluxe,
Yeah, the
right?
deluxe is 300. The regular
and then
is
the regular is what?
150.
150.
That's
So-
crazy how they're doing
That's
it
what for the
backwards like
low,
that.
but
If you add the two ESs,
Yeah.
that's
They
450
did that-
versus 338. I still pick Prime 1 over that.
They're doing
man.
that.
They
a
did
lot
that
of
with the
stuff
Prime
right
on
now.
Hush too.
Yeah,
The regular one was
Yeah,
500
backwards.
ES, and the other one, yeah.
I think that's what they
Crazy.
do now in general. For the Goku, the deluxe is like 4,500, I think. Did anyone hear me say that? Didn't that sound crazy?
well, you
Like a
said
crazy
4,000.
Yeah, 500. 4,005. And then they have like the regular version, which not that many people bought.
Are you serious? Is it really that much?
You could pull it up right now on Prime One. It's really large, yes. Maybe that's why it's taking forever to come out.
4,500.
Well, doesn't Prime one make their stuff in batches too?
Yeah. That's the regular version. But we could check both versions.
Ooh, the DX looks cool. That's Super Saiyan 3, right?
Yeah. Yep, 4,500.
Fam, I didn't think the ES was this damn big.
Dragon Ball fans go
Oh,
crazy,
wow,
man.
that is crazy.
A
Bro,
lot of
I-
people pre-ordered this, and I tell you this, man. When this thing was announced, everyone was like, "What the fuck? It looks like shit. Why has he got
No
rubs on
way.
his ass?" And now,
No way. People said that.
Yeah.
dude, that's what I tell you. I don't understand this community, man. Because like when it comes to where they put their money and where their mouth is completely different. People be talking shit about something, and then they like. You remember Daniel Bell's like Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone put the trash bags. Oh, it looks so stupid, half bored.
Solo him. Let him go.
Come on, man. I'm just making me salty
Jesus.
sometimes.
Well, I mean that goes back to, you know, like I said, depending what kind of collector you are, you know. If you understand, you got different types of collectors, you know. You got some that just like the spectacle. Myself, you know, I like the comics. That's why I buy certain statues. And you got some that are descriptive. Some got to be detailed. The list goes on and on and on.
I feel
So,
you, man. But like
You know?
I'm telling you, man, there's people that I see talking shit, and then they're like, can't wait for my PO to get in.
but that's
Like-
you know what? But you know what?
That's everybody. bud.
Screenshot
you-
it.
but
Say
Screenshot
the
it.
name.
But
Say
you
the
know
name.
what?
Yo.
But you know what? Humbly speaking, right? Humbly speaking, Daniel Bell. I didn't reach out to Daniel Bell when I did that Silver Surfer review. He reached out to me, you know. So
Wow.
this is why sometimes you got to take a step back and convince your audience, like, okay, well, this is the reason why, you know, I picked this up, because this concept in the anatomy,
The
it does,
anatomy.
yeah, it
It's
comes from a
amazing.
sculptor, but he did captivate it from a story that I'm sure a lot of people have not read. You know, so
That
It's awesome,
pose-
man. It's
That
awesome.
pose is perfect.
Yeah,
It's to me,
It's
it's
perfect.
perfect, man. And like the way they did the eyes on the Silver Surfer, to me, like, man,
and
a
lot
lot
of
of the
people think
custom
Silver
Silver
Surfer is
Surfers are
chrome.
ass.
He's not chrome. He's not chrome.
It's not meant to be chrome. When people put like chrome on a
He's-
Silver
yeah,
Surfer,
they-
like
they
you
did the
can't see
paint
anything.
perfectly.
Yeah, he's not
It
chrome.
looks awful too. He's not chrome, and he has white eyes in the comic. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
to me,
then
this
in
is what
the
it's.
in they didn't. I don't think they painted the eyeliner around it, but it gives off that effect.
They did
in person
They
when
painted
you're
black
looking at it.
around it, right?
They didn't. They didn't.
did.
But it gives the
Are you
effect.
serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not painted black around the eyes.
No, but it
No.
has that effect when you're looking
Oh,
at
wait,
it.
If you
not
change
ice
if you change the light, the setting, like is this something with this particular?
What the hell? Are you serious? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure I had it, but I don't remember. But I'm pretty
What
sure. Yeah,
the
it's not painted
fuck?
black. It just has that
No.
effect of the black
That
liner.
makes.
I'm
I
not-
can
I'm-
believe it now that you say it, but like I always thought he had like some black eyeliner around it.
No,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
they
it
did
all
really
depends
well.
on how you light it up. You know,
I
how you-
love
how
this
you put
piece,
light
but
on it.
I'm not gonna buy it.
This is amazing.
I remember when people were talking about this, the portal's too small, the board is too small, like all the complaints that came through. And as soon as people got it in hand, they were like, wow, this is completely different.
Sometimes I like, we should start taking pictures of these people, man.
I'm telling you, screenshots.
Yeah, like people that
It's
have
like,
their
you know,
ass hanging
you-
out, like when the
see,
statue comes.
in
out.
my mind, I'm a little crazy, right? I'm a little crazy because this kind of takes me back in the days when there was a thing called Blockbuster, and I worked in Blockbuster. And I was,
Speaking of Blockbuster, like it's a legend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
back in the old days.
but it's gone now. You know, I was a kid working there. But
Love Blockbuster.
remember Unbreakable? I'll never forget.
yeah.
You know, there was a customer that came in the store, and he was like, I hated the movie because I thought these guys were gonna fly. So I'm like, well, you totally missed the concept of the story. It wasn't designed to show you the powers of the superhumans. It was designed to show you another side of the superheroes. So now, what the community was talking about, we used to seeing Silver Surfer in the dynamic pose, but he's totally the opposite of the superheroes that we know. He's like the deepest of all of them.
Yeah.
He's the deepest.
Yeah. That's what I loved about it.
He
What
actually
it conveyed. Yeah.
Yeah, man, dude, I have I just say this, man. I don't understand people, man. And the reason why it frustrates me, it's not like if I was just a collector,
You're not supposed
would-
to, Buck.
dude. Trust me. The reason why it frustrates me is because I want to make stuff too, and I don't know what people like, and like, it's not like just for the art. I need to be able to make something, some return for putting my time into something.
But
So
you can't be a people pleaser at the same time, Buck.
I feel
If
you
you're gonna
100%, but
Yeah.
you also need to
Yeah.
consider that, like, to some extent, like if you're being practical and pragmatic, right? Like you can't just completely disregard. So it's just like, man, dude, it blows my mind. And so like, yeah, because I don't understand, the best thing I can do is do something that I like, that I love, and then I hope I find an audience that way.
Yeah,
And then when you bring out your piece, Buck, I'm like, that shit look like shit. Like, what the fuck is that?
Expect it, man.
Don't worry, H-Stats. I'm gonna release it under a pseudonym, so like you don't know who
I'm
produced
like,
it.
yo, Astro, you saw that shit? What the fuck is this shit?
Oh man.
I'm just joking, Buck. Respect.
Nah. I know you're joking, man. But yeah, I feel you. That's something that's like on my mind, right? But that can't stop me from creating, right? You gotta make stuff.
But that's the thing about artists, though, man. Like, as an artist, not everybody's gonna like everything that you put out, and you gotta think about this. When it comes to artists, sometimes an artist might put something out, and it gets trashed when they first put it out, but then 10, 15, 20 years later, it's like, oh my gosh, this is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's always a cool off period, man. Like it feels like, especially with Sideshow announcements, initial like reaction, people are warming up to it. Then they leave it like in the pre-order phase for a while before announcing an ES. Then it drops, and then you see the true sentiment of the piece once it's dropped. And then even further down the line, once it's sold out, you can tell how much it's valued by how much people are trying to sell it on the aftermarket. And so like throughout all these different stages in the statue's life cycle, you see so many different reactions and like how like the sentiment is evolving over time. Batman Who Laughs from Prime One. That piece came out, people were like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this story? It's so obscure, it's random. Even though it's not, but like the Batman shouldn't be some stupid Joker hybrid. People were talking shit about this.
Batman.
Look at that look at that piece now and how people look at it. The same with the Superman Hush, man. That wasn't like as hyped when it released. So like you get this different like evolution of like the sentiment on a statue, like acid throughout his life cycle, and like the final stages of a statue's life cycle is after it's sold out, and when people are looking for it later on. So I don't know.
The best definition I heard for art was from this drunk guy, actually. He said, like, if art is not supposed to be explained, art is like into interpretation, right? And if an artist has to explain his art, it's not, or explain or show people how to do it, it's not art anymore. It's the next, commercial thing.
Oh man,
So-
you don't want to go to art school then. Because they're gonna ask you questions. You're gonna need to justify your decisions. You can't just be like, "I felt like it."
No, that's
That's
definitely
fine.
fine because you're definitely in school, like trying to recreate what other people are doing, right? Then you start slowly becoming your own,
Yeah.
like artist in a sense.
The
But
thing,
that's
problem,
the best definition I heard.
I feel you, right? I wouldn't consider these pieces just art. They're commercial pieces.
Yeah,
And
commercial.
so like it's like you're not just making a single piece that you produce stuff from your heart. It's entirely your passion. There's a lot of factors going into this. You're trying to make money. You're trying to appeal to an audience. It's not designed by one person. These statues are designed by a committee.
And also too, you're getting restrictions and feedback from, let's say, DC, Warner
The
Brothers.
license holder.
Right, exactly. They have a lot of input and influence on what you can and can't do, and so it's kind of like it's manipulated a lot.
In the end, this to me, these are products, right? And so when you make a decision as an artist on something like this, it needs to be justified.
But
It's not made purely from imagination, right? You're basing it off the source material, and you want some accuracy and
There
all
you
those
go.
kind of.
But it takes us back to the pioneers. I mean, there was a time where Stan Lee, he brought out these great stories, and those who got it at the time, understood it, and then all of a sudden, it just came into pop culture. But who wouldn't want to get paid for their art? Who wouldn't want to, to say that it was just designed for because you at the end of the day you really don't have to buy it. It's kind of like if I got some good weed and I say you guys want to smoke, you don't have to smoke it. I'm saying you really don't. At the end of the day, it's still up to you.
Only in New York, huh?
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to get paid for their art? And
Right.
I remember I forgot who I had this conversation. I think it was Hash. Yeah, I mean, if you were to bring a hand sculptor and a digital sculptor, where is the technique? And that's why I said there's something called techne versus technique. Would you say Daniel Bell is more talented than the artist that can sculpt with his bare hands?
Yes, I can. It depends.
It
So
depends.
you would say the person. So you would say the person using the computer is more talented than the person that can sculpt with their bare hands?
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
one
just
is.
it's just a matter of the tool you're using.
It's
Once
a
you've
tool.
done both of them, if you go to, I think even on Daniel Bell's like art station, he has some traditional sculpts on there. Like, trust me, if he knows how to sculpt digitally, he knows how to do it with his hands, guaranteed. It's just a matter of learning the tools. Like
Chisel, baby.
yeah, okay, you might use a chisel and you're like chiseling it out of stone. That's like the subtractive method, right? If you're using clay, it's additive, and then there might be some subtraction here and there. But in the end, it's a matter of the tool. It's like depends on the tool you're using, and then sometimes the tools might make some things easier, right? And then it's also like a matter of what kind of product are you trying to build in the end. If you're doing something hand sculpted, there's fine details that it's impossible, or it takes impossibly long for you to replicate traditionally versus digital. You just can't do it like traditionally. Or you see there's some crazy artists that spend their life, they spend years working on a single art piece, trying to mimic reality on something. And you see that, and the amount of effort that goes into that is an extra layer of story on the piece. But a digital artist might be able to do the same thing, produce the same results, look exactly the same, right? And like it's what's it called? It's done way faster because they have the tools at hand to like replicate that. And it's not like for you to be able to do that. It's like they might have the same amount of skill. One person can do it faster, but there's also that added like extra special sauce, knowing that this guy did it by hand. It's one of a kind. There's a story behind this piece that is qualitatively different from the story behind a digital piece that you can read into and be like, wow, this I remember that day. The guy's gonna tell you about the day where he was depressed. He wanted to kill himself. And he went home, he picked up the clay and he started throwing something together. And like that day he cut his hands, he bled into the clay. You're not gonna have something like that with what's it called, with digital. Like there's different stuff like that that makes collecting an original piece of art that is traditionally done different from a digital piece of art. But still in the end, right, that's not
What?
necessarily the skill part, you know.
Sorry,
Well,
Damn, that was deep.
that was deep. I'm sorry, and I didn't
No
mean to
problem.
interrupt. I said that because I read this comment while you were saying that, Buck, and he said Will Harbottle learned ZBrush in a month.
That's
And I
very
was-
common.
Are you serious?
Like I'm telling you, that's not the skill, is knowing how to represent the form. The tool, using clay, is not different from using like chiseling stone or using ZBrush. Knowing how to sculpt is not like, it's not in the tool you're using.
Wow,
It's
that's crazy.
that is not surprising to me. That's a common thing. What's the name of that guy? He makes like switch out stuff like Alvaro Stuardo. Anyone
Yeah.
know that guy?
Yep.
He started
that
learning
name, yeah.
ZBrush recently, and he
From
was
Chile, right?
traditional. Yeah,
Yep.
I got
Right?
his headpiece. Hold on, let me show you his.
he did that.
stuff.
He did that
Yeah, hold
traditionally,
on. Oh,
right? And like now he started doing digital ZBrush sculpts, and he's like picked it up so fast.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
And so learning the tool, and even when you say, well, Harbottle learned ZBrush, he learned aspects of ZBrush. He didn't master it, but it was enough for him to be able to create stuff because he already has the foundational skill set.
yeah, this guy's a shout out to him. This is what he did.
Yeah, he's a good
Oh,
sculptor.
you have the old
Oh,
man
wow.
Logan head for the Logan
Oh,
And
premium.
I think
wow.
his wife paints the heads.
Nice.
Yeah,
That
the wife's the
thing-
painter.
Even the veins look tight.
That
pretty
takes that
cool.
piece to another level.
You know,
man.
he told me he learned how to sculpt by watching YouTube videos. I say, get the hell out of here. I
Are you
said,
serious?
Damn, I would have loved to
yes,
have had that.
yes.
Damn.
He said he
That's
learned
crazy.
Crazy.
by you watching YouTube videos. So, wow.
And see, even with that, like he could have been like an artist already. Maybe he took some traditional, but like all the skills play into each other. If you know anatomy from like drawing, it helps you
Mhm.
as if you want to be a sculptor.
Well, I guess that makes sense because let's say if I know how to draw something and I know how to do it very, very well, in ZBrush, all I'm doing is I'm just replicating the same techniques and the same thing is just digital.
That's I want to say like the difference is you're not replicating the same techniques. You're representing the same thing with a different technique.
Okay,
And so
got it.
that's why sometimes you'll find that a lot of 3D artists, they suck at drawing. Some of the best 3D artists are not too good at drawing. And then there's some that are really good at drawing and really good at 3D. But it's a matter of, have they been polishing their tool set with 2D? Do they know how to make the correct kind of marks with a pencil? The same way they know how to do it with 3D, how to
Okay,
represent those shapes,
got it.
right?
Hey, Eddie, the same guy that did my Thor hammer did that portrait.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Same guy.
That guy's good. And now
Okay.
he's
Go
stepped
check
into
that out.
ZBrush.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, so like I'm saying, man, it's not. I don't like whenever someone thinks, and it's not just something special to you, H. That's a lot of artists that feel that way, that digital is easier, or it's like it's not the same. Like someone who does traditional is better, but
No,
It's
no,
a
no,
sentence.
no. I'm not. Look, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is where does the technique comes from? Because in college I took photography, and
Hmm.
now we have this. You know, we're in the digital age where we can, I guess, enhance our images digitally
Yeah,
as
Penny.
comparison. Like if you're capturing the depth of field,
Jeez.
and this is something that I never paid attention to in college. I thought that shit was boring, right? So I remember learning how to take a depth of field, and this lady, she was so passionate about her craft, I couldn't care less because it was just one of the classes that I needed to take. But now I appreciate it, and that's why I brought
Mhm.
up this technique versus technique. Like, you know, if you, I mean, the brain has to know how to get the to
Hmm.
captivate the anatomy, but the thing about it is doing it's fast, you
Yeah.
know. Whereas a person that's going to sit down and take time and actually craft it from some simple tools,
From
like where's the
so
technique,
I'll
you
even
know?
tell you this.
Oh, there's a
There's
Russian.
Oh, there you
Hey.
go. Hey.
Sorry.
for traditional, there's times when I prefer to use traditional to digital because there's things that when it comes to drawing, there's things where you get for free in like traditional that you will not get in digital art. And it's it's mostly in texture. The kind of mark your brush is going to make when you paint and against the rough surface of the kind of paper you use, or like if you use a soft pencil versus a hard pencil on a paper with a lot of grain or a paper with no grain, it changes drastically the way the mark looks on paper and the kind of drawing that you might want to go with because of the material you're using. And generally speaking, you don't get those kind of things for free in ZBrush or like Photoshop. You need to be more intentional about those kind of effects. Um, you need to know, okay, I want to replicate what I've seen in traditional and digital, and then you have to actively look for a way to do that. And so, like sometimes traditional like is easier in that regard, but like I thought the thing about like digital is that it's easier to make changes and it can be faster, can be, but not always. Sometimes the fact that you have so many options limits you in a lot of ways. And then like being like traditional, there's mistakes you can make that will then play into the entire piece in a cool way because of how you can knock things back or pull them forward. Yeah. So it's
I
just
can
a
see that.
matter of the tool you want to use, right? And like for like it's definitely something to sculpt traditionally. If I was sculpting traditionally, I don't have the option of when I'm in ZBrush, I can work on both sides of the body at the same time where it's perfectly symmetrical,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
You can't do that in real life. If I put like clay down and I'm trying to sculpt the chest, I need to sculpt both chests so they're the same size, and I need to look at that and measure that and be sure of what I'm doing. Right? I can do that if I want in ZBrush and turn off the symmetry, and then I have to gauge it like individually, but I don't have to. I can take advantage of that, right? And that speeds up my process. But like traditionally like and it does take more time building up the material, and then also I don't have to have like a lot of tools by my side for like scraping clay. I don't have to have a large amount of clay, like a huge space on my desk. I just need a small monitor, my tablet, and I can draw, and that's the only tools I need and the software, right? And
Hmm.
so that's one benefit of digital versus traditional, right? And so those kind of things
Yeah,
play
that's true.
into what you can do and like the different benefits each will have over the other. But in the end, if you cannot sculpt digitally, you you're not going to be able to sculpt traditionally. If you cannot sculpt traditionally, you're not going to be able to do it digitally. You will suck. It's like even after you learn the tools, you will suck if you can't do it.
Hey, H
Damn.
dash. Quick question. How did you figure out about that portrait? How'd you find Alvaro?
Well, you know, my I got a friend that's a diehard collector, so he was telling me about this kid, and you know, he introduced me to him, and that's how I found him. You know,
Okay.
because
I,
he had did a couple of customs for him, and he showed me his profile, and I was like, oh wow, this is great. And I wanted an old man Logan, so at that time I caught him when he was doing the old man Logan head sculpt, and I just bought the Daniel Bell Logan.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect timing.
Yeah, so it worked out pretty good.
I found him through
That's dope.
Dennis Perez. He's
Mhm.
the Puerto Rican statue collector. But
Mhm.
like I've been wondering why isn't there more? Well, there probably is. I just don't know them. But is there more sculptors out there that do custom work like Alberto?
Yeah.
I
Like
need
in
to
terms of
find those
switch outs.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
switch outs. Yeah.
Yeah, I can send you some people after the.
He's the
Please
only
do,
one
man.
Yeah, he's the only one I've used. I know with the COVID thing, it backed him up a lot. And with him, you got to be really patient. But when you get stuff from him, it's like it's a knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like he said, oh, I'll get to you in 2 weeks, and it was I guess COVID and everything. Like we didn't anticipate all this stuff, but it took like 3 months, and I was like,
Yeah. Because when this was coming, it took like I think I didn't get it for like 4 or 5 months because they had shut down everything in Chile. So but he was he was going back and forth. I just said, okay, whenever you can send it, and took a lot of patience. But when it came, I was very, very happy with it.
Yeah,
I'm very interested in like sculptors that do accessories, switch outs and all that stuff. Like I want to see more of that, to be honest.
I mean, if you got his info, he's on IG.
Yeah. He has a YouTube, IG, and I still have his. I talk to him through Messenger sometimes.
Yeah.
Cool.
The only thing about those people is they tend to be bad with their deadlines because it's just like they're usually the only person working on it. When you think about it, everything is done like by hand by them, unless they outsource certain parts, and then that might mess with the profits significantly. So it would mean they would need to do a lot more, and then that makes it take more time for them because they have to do a lot more to make it worth their while to outsource some of the labor, and that will still make it take longer. So it's always like a delicate balancing act on the edition size they want to do. Is it something they can handle, and is it worth the money for them? Yeah.
There's one coming up, a switch out for Thanos on Throne. It's a old man King Thanos.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
That one. I'm looking for that one. He's still
I
working
know
on
the
it.
group. Or
if you know the group, that'd be great because I have a screenshot and I can't find him anymore. I don't know if they canceled it or.
I'll check on Facebook, maybe.
All right, thanks, man. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for right now.
Cool.
Good deal.
I forgot Astro was here. I forgot we were on his stream.
No, man, I like the conversation flow. So whatever's going, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Keith says this is the bomb that he's holding from the '66 movie.
I remember.
So he's running around trying to get rid of it. Yeah. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Yeah.
So that's what that was.
He threw it in the ocean, right?
Yeah. He just sacrificed a family of ducks or something like that. Or, yeah.
It's funny that you have those out. Thor gave me the car, the Batmobile, the old school one. That's Adam.
What?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
No way.
I looked it up. It's like $200, $300 or something. I was like, I don't know if I want it. Like it's original.
If you don't want it, bro, let's chat. I'll take it.
Wow.
I'll gladly take it off your hands, man. I mean,
I'll get
Adam
some
West, the
pictures.
'66 is my Batman, bro. So
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Red Canada, he has the switch out portrait for the half scale Wolverine, and it took him almost 2 years to get it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And this was pre-COVID.
Wait. That's the legendary scale joint, right?
Yeah, like you said, half scale. Yeah.
Half scale.
That I like that Wolverine. I actually saw that earlier today.
I think that's unacceptable.
2 years is a long time.
No.
Long time,
I'm telling you, COVID really shut down his country.
No, but this was pre-COVID, according to Canada.
Red Canada.
Yeah, he said this was pre-COVID.
So man, that's bogus.
Yeah. I had something else. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I had anything else. Cash, you've been kind of quiet. You good? You got anything?
Nah, man, I'm just listening to Buck, man. Buck is passionate. He's passionate, man.
This
So
guy's
I'm
Just
just
dropping
listening,
knowledge, man.
But when Buck start dropping those gems, I sit back and I listen. You know what I'm saying?
Right? You have to.
Because I mean, what I'm gonna say? I'm not an artist. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I remember is when I joined Astro and like a couple streams, like the first couple streams, like Astro would be like, "Oh, that's my guy Buck right there" on the comments because he'd be like paragraphs of like his opinions. You're like, we need to get them on the show, and here we go, man.
You can like print out a whole novel based off of his comments in the chat.
Dude,
Yeah.
for the longest, like when Buck first was in the chat, I was like, "Yo, I gotta get Buck on the show. I gotta get Buck on the show." Now, I don't know if Buck wasn't available or like what it was. Buck wasn't coming on, right? And then eventually, me and Buck was talking, and I was like, "Man, you gotta come on the show." And he was like, "All right, I'll come." And then from there, it's been, you know what I'm saying? It's been up. It's been up and it's stuck.
Yeah. I was probably like busy with school. I've been like less busy now because I'm about to like finish up my degree.
Yeah.
So like
Nice.
I have only a few courses now, and they're all focused on sculpting and creating 3D characters.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
You know what's funny?
I really can't wait until we see his first sculpture. And it's like
I
I
have
Sideshow, Iron
It's
Studios,
perfect.
and I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
yo, Cash, you saw Buck's new, you copping that? Like that shit looked like a piece of shit. You saw that? And I'm just
He
going
sold
like,
out. He sold out.
I'm like, you see the paint?
Yo.
You see the what was he thinking?
I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna have like a fat stack of bills on my head. I'm like, what you saying? I got paid,
but now you do it for the
Man,
money.
sold out.
But now you do it for the money.
And see, Buck
you hate
is
to
gonna
see it.
have a whole book justifying every decision he made.
I
in his
know.
quote. I'm telling you. I'm
Oh
telling you.
man.
And his edition side would be like what, 20,000?
Hell yeah.
Shoot.
Oh man. He said hell.
Because he
Yeah.
don't give a shit about the edition side. So.
I don't give a shit, man. If people want to buy it, let
Sideshow
them
looking
buy
at
it.
you, bro.
I'm
Looking
not
at
catering to the people buying for edition size. Like, nah. Like, if like, I don't know. Because on one hand, I understand it. Because now I try to avoid buying statues with high ES, unless like I know I will never sell it. If it has,
That's, yeah.
if
You have to
like
love it.
if I don't love it, I can't. There's some pieces I just pick up like, oh, I like this. This will fit in for a while, and when the luster like wears off, I give it like it's gone. I'll sell it off. I don't care about making a profit. Just make a couple $100 off it, and like when I'm selling it again, and that's good. I'm fine because I got that value that I lost in selling it back, selling it again. I gained it in the time I kept it and how I appreciated it in my
I always say
collection.
that too. Yeah.
Right? But there's some pieces that you can't even give it away for free. Like, oh my god, there's some pieces, man. You can't like that Sideshow Wonder Woman, like premium format
Yeah.
is still available, and it's free shipping too. So people trying to sell that shit, they're selling it for peanuts, man. If you don't have the exclusive and you're trying to sell it, dude, someone's gonna come to you and like they got free shipping on Sideshow, man. What are you saying? Like,
You,
you need to
you know
talk to
what's
me
cra-
nice, you know, like
It's crazy. Buck, I
What?
mean, I hate to to go off on a different angle, but in the 6-scale world, right?
Mhm,
There's an Anakin Skywalker where he turned to Darth Vader, right?
mhm.
Same thing. That figure's been sitting on the shelves for at least a couple years. People that were selling it couldn't give it away, and once it sold out, it suddenly became a grail. So what was
was
like going
talking
for
about
people were selling for like $200 is now going for like $1,000 easily.
What?
It's crazy.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the
It's
XM piece?
insane.
no,
No, Hot
6-scale.
Toys. I'm talking Hot
Toys,
Toys.
okay.
Yeah.
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 And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People will talk all the shit until it's sold out, and now you see the true sentiment on that piece. Wow, this was
Yep.
always the best piece ever, man. This is the definite.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
You're
trying
not
to
wrong,
buy
man.
mine for $1,005, but it's like, yeah, because now they want to sell this shit so they can pump the prices up. But like before, they were talking all the smack, all the crap about it, right? And so like, there's always so that's why it's different for Sideshow pieces because those have larger edition sizes. For XM piece, you see that lifespan happen a lot faster. They sell out really fast after they start shipping. You see that for customs, right? Because like they're gone, like they're made to order always, right? And so you're rarely even gonna see it on the aftermarket. And so you can see like the immediate like sentiment towards a piece. If someone's trying to sell it like later, if someone's selling a custom like cheaply, like for retail even, and so a lot of people lose money because like shipping. If someone is selling a custom for retail, you know that thing is likely not in demand or it has issues.
Yeah.
You know what just came to mind? What I was thinking about. So forget about the major companies. So okay, now would you consider this a real work of art? So if I wanted to sell this right now, knowing how much I paid for it, what do you think would be the value of this?
It all
Well,
depends on the
value,
demand for it.
it really depends on. I mean, do you have do the person that's trying to buy it, do they have the Wolverine statue or the Logan statue? Because I mean, if I buy that, what am I going to do with it? I mean, I can get a custom bust made to display it, but I mean, something's going to have to happen, or I got to get something extra to go with this head sculpt. Otherwise, I just have a head sculpt that's going to lay on a table, and you can't really display it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
But like, what's the edition size on that Logan? It's like
He only made
2,000.
he only made. Oh, you talking about the Daniel Bell Logan?
The one that fits on.
I don't know.
I think it's close to 5,000,
Yeah,
don't
It's,
know.
it's a lot. It's quite a few.
Yeah, I don't know.
but it's sold out.
yeah.
I
So
think.
you have a bigger audience for that. I would say it'll keep its value for that
It's
one.
either like close to 3,500 to $5,000 for the ES, I think, combined.
Cash, Keisha says that he found a Star Wars encyclopedia, man, with characters and creatures. Might want to show him what you got.
It's $37.50 total. 2,500 collector edition, $12.50 exclusive.
Oh,
Yeah.
1250.
Thanks, sir.
So you have a bigger, audience. So I think
Oh man.
it'll be safe keeping the what you bought it for.
And chances are, like,
Look at
that's he's already on that.
He's
Two
already
slow
on it, man.
pieces.
I think I have that.
Oh
That's what's
man,
He's already
Wow.
on the ball, man.
Let's go ahead and crack
Look at
a
that.
page open for you guys.
damn.
Oh,
Man, that's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
look at all those
All right.
characters.
So
Oh,
many
yeah,
characters, and you got
So
some
many
animated.
statues.
Those are
So
like
many
animated
statues.
characters.
yeah, that's from an animated
I mean, that's
series.
That's just one page, dude. They go into like
That's so
Nice.
crazy.
not all
Ships.
animated.
Ooh,
I
Yeah.
want something like this for reference.
This would
Like,
be a
That's
good
what
one.
it's for, man. Reference.
I have a saber one.
crazy.
I have a lightsaber one
Reference.
that shows all the different lightsabers from all the.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Nice.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
man.
nice.
You know
nice.
what? I take that back. I guess I am technically a digital artist, artist. Because I started making you guys are probably gonna laugh at me, but I started making like voxel art.
That's cool.
and I've learned this program called Magical Voxel, and I started making voxel art. My first project that I've been working on is actually my little office space here. So it's like I'm building this whole space. So I built like the Magic cases, and my next thing is to build this desk, and then the last thing I'm probably gonna build is actually these actual figures and put them inside of the Magic case, and I put the pictures up there with the lights and stuff. It's pretty cool.
What
But
is
it's
this
just-
voxel art, bro? It's like an 8-bit art or something like that, or what is it?
Yeah,
It's
think
like
about
cubes.
cubes. Think about like Minecraft.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you can get very granular with it, depending on what you do and
Okay.
how you do it. But yeah,
Gotcha.
I've been watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos and started doing it.
That's pretty
I
Is
awesome.
guess
that
it's
similar
like-
to like I saw this photo of inside of a grocery store, someone had stacked a bunch of what was it? I think it was cases of Coke, Sprite, and something else like that, and they made it look like the Boba Fett helmet. When you step
Yeah.
back and look at it,
That's what I
that
do.
same
Like a
same
collage,
concept,
yeah.
That's what I do.
yeah.
Except I do it with wine,
Mm.
and I don't make Boba Fett. I don't make Boba Fett.
I did not know you were an alcoholic, Eddie.
No, I sell those. What he's talking about, like the people that make the displays in the store.
Mhm.
I do that, but I do the displays with wine. I don't really do as much of the display building, but that's what I started off as. Now
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
selling to a
Really?
manager, but
That's pretty cool because I mean that's an art to it. You know what I mean? You got to be able to place things in the right place to make it
Yeah.
work. And it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
the Coke and like you said, like the soda merches and everything, they get to do the crazy stuff because people want to see like football. Well, right now it's all football stuff, but they want to see those designs. You can't really do that kind of stuff with wine because they don't want you to cross merchandise alcohol with like something that a kid could be associated with. So you can't
Right.
do like Star Wars displays and things.
Right.
But yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Well, guys, we're going to get out of here. I gotta go watch a show with the wife. If not, I'll be in trouble.
Oh,
Peacemaker?
shit.
I watched the first episode of Peacemaker last night.
Is it
I heard it's pretty good, man.
It was pretty
Actually-
cool. I was very weirded out by the intro, like the intro.
Oh, that's what I heard. Yeah.
It's like weird as hell. I was like, yo, what the
Yeah,
hell?
Eddie Leo
I
was
heard
telling
that
me
it was-
that we gotta discuss this on the show. We all have to watch it and actually review it for the show because this
We
show
did.
was supposedly made for us on CW. So we're gonna have to check
What?
it out.
There's a lot
Supposedly.
of bidets and shit. What a anal?
Possibly. We have to
Dude.
check it out and see, man.
When Dean
I just got
said
outbid.
that, what the hell?
Oh.
Which
What
is
did he
fine.
say?
What you been on?
Heck.
Buck?
I bet you
It was
ass
like
is
a
hairy.
Black Cat premium format on eBay.
Oh yeah, you were telling about that.
Don't worry, I got another hookup for where I can get it like cheaper or the same price. This was just the exclusive.
You guys-
yeah.
You guys know I trained John Cena, right?
God,
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Doing what?
Well,
Oh
Are
yeah,
you
I remember you
serious?
showed me this. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
When was that during his WWE career? Or
Nah,
like
I'm messing with you, man.
as photos?
I was
I was
in
can you train me, bro?
Nah, I was in the gym. I was in the gym and I looked over. I was like, I can't believe that John Cena. That's some bullshit right there. Like this is not
Can't see
happening.
me. My time is
You know. So I was like, oh snap! Can I get a picture?
Nice.
Thanks,
So
FB.
I just bullshit. I mean, come on now. You really think I trained that guy?
Maybe. Shit.
Nah, man, nah.
I mean, you might have been
You said you were
know,
Hollywood, bro.
trainer,
So I was like, all right.
but- hey man, you
Nah,
might
he
have
was
been
in
a
the
trainer.
gym.
I don't know.
Met him on the set of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Nah, that was the craziest awkward thing ever. Like, and he was benching heavy, like heavy. You know,
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
sure.
To maintain that physique, you gotta go heavy.
man, that was crazy.
Good deal.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Peace, boys.
We will be out for today, but we'll be back next week to talk more stuff. Hopefully, we got some cool reveals this coming week. Only God knows. So,
Hope so.
yeah,
Red
hopefully.
Death Prime 1. Don't miss out.
Don't miss out. We're
This
gonna
guy.
keep preaching it. Me and
He
Buck.
says it every week. Yep.
We're gonna
Every
be here, man.
week.
Me and Buck, we
Yeah.
here.
I'm waiting
I
to
wa-
say I told you so.
Yeah,
I'm just
man.
waiting for it.
It'll happen. It'll happen. I want to say thank you to Mario and Eddie for dropping in, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. It's been awesome.
No, it's a pleasure, man. Thanks for having us, bro. Really appreciate it.
Anytime, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you guys want to hop on and get your shit off, you know what I'm saying? It's
Oh
good.
yeah. Oh yeah, man. I'll hold you to that.
For sure. 1000%. Yeah, for sure. But everybody be good, man. Y'all be safe, man. And I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. All right. Peace out.
Deuces, man.